the top survey companies out there, so the name is warranted. Now, in terms of rewards, there is a $5 reward minimum as well, and there's PayPal Cash and tons of gift cards up for grabs. And when I tested it out, I actually got paid within 2 hours, so again, I can confirm that Top Surveys is legit and it is working pretty well. Again, this is based on my personal testing and experiences, and results aren't guaranteed, like I said in the intro, but overall, I do think this is a legit platform and you guys will like it as well. Alright guys, and the fifth top survey company I wanted to cover in this video, it's a fan favorite, it's one of my favorites I've been using for years, and it's called Branded Surveys. Now, Branded Surveys is a paid survey company that's available in North America and the UK, and it's available on the web as well as its Android and iOS application. Now, what's nice is once you sign up, you get a 100-point welcome bonus as a new member, which is worth $1, and I always love to see when survey companies have new member bonuses. From there, one of the main ways to begin earning with Branded Surveys is just to answer surveys from your main dashboard, and again, this is a very typical paid survey experience. The survey rates are competitive, they show you their estimated time as well, so you kind of know what you're getting into, and I found that the UI on Branded Surveys is also very decent. Now, Branded Surveys also added games recently and other kinds of offers similar to EarnStar, and not a lot of people know this quite yet. So you can now earn with surveys, but also those gaming and download offers. I also like Branded Surveys because you only need 500 points to redeem a $5 reward, which again is very competitive and decent in the paid survey industry. But really the reason I wanted to include Branded Surveys in this video on the best survey companies for 2026 is its Branded Elite loyalty program, which I've mentioned on this channel before. And this program basically pays you with bonus points every week if you answer enough surveys and complete enough offers. It starts at a 5% boost with its bronze tier, and you can get as much as 19% bonuses with its gold tier. And so if you're the kind of person who likes to grind out surveys on just one platform, I would suggest using Branded Surveys, because if you unlock this gold tier, you're getting up to 19% in bonus points, which is honestly pretty solid. Branded Surveys also added a leaderboard reward system recently, which again, not a lot of people know about. It's honestly not my favorite, like prizes aren't that great, but it is nice to see that Branded Surveys is continuing to add new features to help its members earn more points. Alright guys, and coming in at number 6 on this list of the best survey sites is another newer company in the space called Sproutful. And honestly, this isn't the flashiest survey site, it's not the biggest company out there, and like I said, it is relatively new to the industry, but I tested out Sproutful this year, I made a review video on it, and I honestly really like the website. And one of the reasons for that is just it's super simple to use. You can sign up really quickly, the UI is really nice, it kind of has this fun feel to it, and it's just very easy to create an account and to begin answering surveys to start earning. Now, the second reason I've liked Sproutful so far is that I find I have a very low disqualification rate with it. So if you're testing out other top survey companies and you're getting disqualified all the time, Sproutful could be a refreshing change. Now, the survey rates themselves aren't the highest in the industry, but they are fairly competitive, so again, I think Sproutful deserves a spot in this video. I also like it because there's a couple of other ways to earn alongside answering surveys. For example, you can get a point streak bonus whenever you answer surveys for 7 days in a row. You also earn experience per survey that you complete, which levels up your overall Sproutful account, which pays you with additional bonuses. But yeah guys, I spent some time testing out Sproutful. Like I mentioned, I have a review on this channel about Sproutful, and I earned about $10 in 2.5 hours of using Sproutful. I cashed out an Amazon gift card, it was delivered to me, so again, in my experience and based on my personal testing and research in using Sproutful, I can confirm it's legit and working well for me. But yeah, you only need 500 points to redeem a $5 reward on Sproutful, and rewards include dozens of free gift cards and prepaid Visa cards as well. PayPal rewards are also coming, and I do believe that Sproutful is adding more features as well. So if you haven't tried it yet, I definitely recommend signing up for Sproutful and giving it a try to see what you think. Alright guys, and the 7th best survey company you can use in 2026 is a rewards platform called Swagbucks. Now, Swagbucks is a massive player in the reward space. You've probably tried them out, or you've probably heard about them at least, and I've definitely mentioned them on this channel before because again, they're one of the biggest companies in the industry. And honestly, some people seem to really love Swagbucks, some people seem to really hate it, but the fact remains it is one of the best survey platforms out there, largely due to its sheer size and just the rates it can offer its members, being one of the biggest players in the industry. And as someone who's used Swagbucks for years on and off, especially when I was a student, I think one of the main advantages of Swagbucks for surveys is that it just has tons of surveys available for you to answer. Now, the rates aren't always the highest, but I think the overall experience is decent, and again, you just have so many surveys to answer, so it can be a good choice if you're running out of surveys on some of the other companies I've mentioned. But yeah, Swagbucks has tons of other earning options as well. I mean, you can get paid to play games, there are shopping offers, you can refer your friends to earn, and there's even a feature that lets you scan receipts to earn points. What I also like is that some countries, new Swagbucks members get sign-up bonuses, which again is really nice to see from a paid survey website. Reward variety is also really good. There's PayPal money, there are tons and tons of different gift cards, and some rewards only take $1 to redeem, which is another unique selling point of Swagbucks. And I will say the survey rates are pretty decent, but right now Swagbucks also has some really good gaming offers and some really good cashback deals as well you can explore. So yeah, overall, I don't think Swagbucks is one of the best standalone paid survey websites, but when you factor in all of these other earning options, the number of surveys that are available, and its track record in paying members, I definitely think Swagbucks deserves a spot in this video. And if you haven't tried it out, I'll link them down below. You can see for yourself. Alright guys, and the 8th and final top survey company for 2026 I wanted to mention is called Survey Junkie. Now Survey Junkie is available in North America and Australia, and it's another popular paid survey website I've used for years, ever since I was a student. And I also have a review on this channel explaining exactly how Survey Junkie works. But I wanted to mention them quickly in this video because Survey Junkie has recently revamped their platform. They've improved the UI, they've improved the paid survey experience, and so if you haven't tried them out for a while, it might be time to revisit them. But yeah, it really is your stock standard survey website. You sign up for free, you complete your profile, and you can use Survey Junkie on the web or its Android or iOS application as well. Available surveys appear on your main dashboard, and in my experience, they typically pay anywhere from about 15 cents to 25 cents, all the way up to $1 or $2 or more, so again, it can be pretty competitive. And like Swagbucks, I think an advantage of Survey Junkie is that it typically has a lot of surveys available at a given time, so it can be a great option to consider if you run out of surveys on some of these other websites. You only need $5 to request a reward, and there are tons of different gift cards available. There's bank transfers now, there's also PayPal rewards, so again, very versatile rewards that are competitive. Really, the main downside of Survey Junkie is that it's only available in North America and Australia, so let me cover some global alternatives right now and some other options you can use besides the survey companies I just mentioned. Okay guys, so that does it for some of my favorite survey websites in 2026 that you guys can use to basically share your opinion and start earning. But like I just mentioned, I want to cover a few more globally friendly alternatives or some other options you can consider outside of the paid survey world so you have as many options as possible. And so the first option would be to use a rewards platform called GemsLoot. This is another company I've been testing out recently. It has a huge offer wall, really decent survey rates, but even better gaming and shopping offers, as well as great rewards. Next up, you could try out a company called King Opinion. And this is a newer global paid survey website that's available in dozens of countries, so I think it's a very good option to try if some of the survey companies in this video aren't available where you live. Next up, you could try a company called Acash. Is another
on and on. Here's one that says 6 remote AI training job platforms.
Check it. That sounds more realistic than survey apps that get paid to play games. There are legit.
No, but it says $60 an hour. No, I went on those damn things, and you may get. I researched it, and you may get one task a week. So maybe get one task for $5, then you'll get nothing the rest of the damn week. The fuck?
I would be cautious. Yeah. Some companies.
When the hell are these YouTubers posting? It says $60 an hour. These people
There are 6 legit platforms that pay you to.
You know, I would rather do surveys and make $1 every other day. At least I know I'm gonna get paid $1, so $5 a week. Than this bullshit that makes $100 an hour.
AI training jobs. Most of them you can get started on right away with 0 experience. They're all available worldwide, and you can cash out weekly or even every single day with some of them. You can make anywhere from just a few dollars per hour all the way up to $60, and in some cases even over $100 per hour depending on the site. So make sure you guys stick around till the end, because I'm going to start with the easiest and lower paying ones first and work my way up to the harder but higher paying AI training jobs. Did you know that you can actually get paid to chat with AI? Like the same stuff you already do on ChatGPT, asking random questions, testing prompts, messing around, but this time you actually earn money for it. That's basically what Yup AI is. Out of all the websites I've tested that claim to pay you to train AI, this is probably the easiest one I've come across. The way it works is really simple. You type in a prompt, it can be anything. A serious question or something random like, tell me a dark joke. Yup then shows you responses from 2 different AI models. like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, and so on. Your job is to read both, pick the better one, and give your reasons. And then, getting started with Yup AI is stupidly easy. You sign up with your Google account, and the interface
Thanks
looks
for
just like
tuning
any
in.
chatbot. Let's type in here, for example, how was Bitcoin created? And now, I'm gonna get 2 responses from 2 different AI models. After reading both, you just have to scroll down, select which one you prefer more, and then it's gonna ask why was it better, and why was the other one not good. After every comparison you complete, you get a scratch card. You scratch it and earn Yup credits. Sometimes I get hundreds of credits, sometimes thousands, and it depends on your prompt quality and how accurate your feedback is. But here's something important to know. You also spend credits when you send prompts. Every prompt costs 50 credits. Image generation costs 100, and using pro models will cost even more. If you let Yup auto-choose the models for you though, it uses the least amount of credits per prompt. Now for cashing out. 1,000 credits equals $1. You can cash out once a day, 3 times a week, and a maximum of 6 times a month. Payout options include PayPal, Coinbase, Venmo, debit card, and a few more, which is something I really like about this platform. But one thing to keep in mind, the cash out button doesn't appear right away.
Is that realistic? YUPP? What is that mean? YUPP app, website.
Parts of that description are realistic, but I'd be cautious about treating that as reliable income. Credit systems can pay out slowly, and those hourly claims often ignore task availability. Some of those
What is
videos-
Babel Audio? David AI. What does that mean? I ran none.
If you mean Babel Audio, sometimes called Brabble, it pays for recorded conversations, but yeah, like you've been running into all morning, availability can be unreliable. I'd be skeptical of any video promising $60 or
$100 an hour.
steady. Based on what you've told me about your experience, I'd focus on realistic options, stable contracts, or entry-level remote work, rather than chasing big hourly claims. And if you like, tell me the names from that 6 AI training platforms video.
Yeah, the BS
I will
video,
check which
another
have
one.
solid reputations.
She don't put the links in the video. She didn't put the link in there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I suggest checking carefully before signing up for any of these opportunities.
Is Uber paying people with AI to evaluate?
Checking. Yes, Uber has something called Uber AI Solutions. It does freelance AI eval and data labeling work, but availability seems inconsistent. So
It's not a job where you're gonna make $150 a day or $200 a day. I need something where I'm gonna get paid every day. I'm not gonna be wasting hours and hours to earn 50 cents or $1. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I've done it, and it gave me a fucking headache. And then I threw my phone down. Thank God it was on the bed. And then after that, I deleted it. I didn't damage my phone. Let's clarify. I just threw it on the mattress, and it did not hurt it. But I got so frustrated with those damn those apps are torture. I'm telling you right now, the video game apps are also torture. It says, enter our competition for today. If you get level 10 on all these 8 games, you're gonna get $50. I got $3. and I spent 8 hours, or over a period of 2 days, 12 hours. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I was pissed. And some of the games were real easy, but some of it was torture. Like, it's not, you cannot earn, unless you have a large YouTube channel, and on your YouTube channel, you have you can put the links in your description. People click the link, sign up, you get a commission. That's the only way.
Those grindy, repetitive apps can feel like work.
Horrible.
So, since you need something that pays reliably and ideally daily, those micro task apps probably won't cut it right.
No, and I mean,
The more realistic path.
who wants to, and then what if I do surveys and I have the same thing happen again? 10 different surveys, 3 hours or 4 hours, and only one pays 65 cents. I'm just not gonna keep doing it. Fucking torture, and they lie. These YouTubers are lying. Yeah, they're getting paid from those apps because people listen to the YouTube video, they believe them, they go and download the survey app, and every time they get a download, that person gets $1 credit or something, or credit, some kind of affiliate. It's like ClickBank, but ClickBank is more legit. But I don't have an email list. I'm just saying, I don't think it's right to do a YouTube video. I mean, unless you have tested these apps as a new user, not giving your link, and you're already a credible YouTuber, then but I mean, be realistic. Don't put $100 a day playing video games. Tired of seeing these damn YouTube videos pissing me off.
Check in.
I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want, it's very horrible.
There's a difference between pay rates.
I mean, if let's just say hypothetically, if a YouTuber has good credit, good, user credit, and they come on and they say, okay, I have tested these 5 websites. If you combine these 5 websites, you do these 10 steps, and you do it every day, you can make, $100, $200 a day, then I would believe it, and I would do it. But I don't think those YouTubers are doing that. They're just telling people, well, yeah, you can make money with surveys, but what they're not saying is getting disqualified and spending 4 hours to make 65 cents. Maybe in some countries that might go further in making $5 a week, but not in America.
I'm looking. That's fair.
Well, you should be
Saying
looking.
Exactly, I made this X dollars isn't automatically wrong, but it's incomplete without disqualification rates and actual hours available. If I were vetting one of those videos, I'd look for screenshots over several months, mention of how much time they spent to earn it, and how often work is actually available. Otherwise, it's kind of just a highlight reel, not the day-to-day reality. But hey, from what you've said, you're not chasing hike, you're looking for steady pay, which is a different.
Yeah, I mean, I need to make, $150 a day or $200 a day to live. And then, but I'm not going to be I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not going to be, most of these sites, the ones where you got to play video games, I've already downloaded the games. I've already gotten the 50 cents credit or whatever. I'm not going to do that on my YouTube channel. Because I don't have enough subscribers, and also, I don't want to give out bad information. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want to say, okay, go download top surveys. Yes, your first $5, they're not going to disqualify you from the surveys. I wonder why. But it's still, your first $5 could take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to earn. But then after that, get ready for spend 10 minutes of your time and get disqualified. And then the rest of, then I have $4.30 and I can't get out of top surveys because I have a PayPal account in Mexico. So, and I don't want to give people bad information on the internet because I don't like it myself. I don't see how these fucking people are getting away with it.
Jackie, that makes sense. You're trying to protect your viewers from wasting time.
No, I don't want. I just told you I'm doing cooking. I'm doing cooking videos and, you know, but I'm on YouTube live right now. But I'm just saying, real life vlogs about my life, modified, of course, to be positive and uplifting, which I'm a happy person. So, but I don't want to. If I was gonna do a YouTube video about, I would have to do enough research to get enough information, and then hypothetically, if I could find a series of 20 different websites and I was making $200 a day, okay, I would do screenshots if it was true, which I don't think it is, but if it was true, I'd make a screenshot, blur out my information, you know, the personal data, and then I would do a YouTube video. But I don't like these videos that says, most of the subject lines say $100 an hour, you know, listening to music.
Jackie, I see what you mean. You're
Because
not
I don't
trying
like
to
these
make
YouTubers.
money.
I'm pissed. These people are saying, and then also when I do play video games, not for money. I have 2 video games I play, and I watch videos for about 30 minutes a day to get coins. Now they're not money. It's just so I can go further in the video game. And some of these videos say like Mr. Beast has Mr. Beast's picture, and I don't know how they're doing it. And they're showing withdrawals of $500 a day for playing a stupid game. And then when you do download those things, every 1 minute you have to watch a video about more games that pay you. And why would I want to promote something like that on my channel?
That's a big one, I'll give you that. My biggest problem, you don't have to promote that stuff.
I'm
It
not.
doesn't fit
Unless I was able to make it work. And I have screenshots. And I'm consistently making a couple $100 a day. Because I can live on that. You know, I could support myself. Whatever. But I don't want to be a guinea pig. I mean, you cannot make money with surveys unless you put the link in your description, and that's deceptive. Because then these YouTubers not tell you how much money, how long it takes to earn that $5 cash out. They're not telling you any of that. And then I told you from my own personal experience, most of these sites, when you first join, the first $5 you might be able to get in 3 hours. That second $5, get ready for 9 out of 10 surveys to disqualify you after 10 to 15 minutes wasted of your time.
Check it. I think that's fair as a standard for your channel. If you ever covered a site, you could show your own screenshots over time, blur personal info, show hours worked and average earnings.
Yeah, I
You
would
don't
do that.
Promote those apps. Yeah.
None of these people are
But you're
doing
put-
that. They're just putting
Right.
trying it to $50 an hour.
Right. Well, you could make honest reviews part of your channel if you actually test something. But based on what you said,
Well, I mean, I had 15 of those damn in January or February. I had 15 survey sites open at the same time. Also, if you don't read the surveys and you just click, 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 guess what happens? Or you go too fast, disqualification. So it kind of tracks how long it takes for you to go through one page on the website.
yeah.
And if you just click, click, click to get through it, disqualified. Even if you've been sitting there for 30 minutes. But you're bored because it's annoying, it's repetitive. A lot of it's the same bullshit every time. They're not telling you. And this whole thing, get paid to watch videos? Is that a fake too?
Jackie. There are sites that pay people to watch videos or do surveys, but the
20
pay
cents an
for
hour,
those-
10 cents an hour?
Checking. For many of them, yeah, the effective rates end up being pennies or a few dollars an hour, not 50.
Not a few dollars. I told you after I got that first $5, I cashed out on 2 survey sites. And the first time, about 4 hours to get the $5. The second time, 9 out of 10 surveys disqualified me. Nine out of 10. Hello?
Checking. If you're getting disqualified from 9 out of 10 surveys, your effective hourly rate could drop to almost nothing. Yes. And
No, I deleted it. Like I said, you can earn the first $5 in, I don't know, how long did I say? 4 hours, maybe. And then when you go, then after that you take a break because you're exhausted. Then the next day you do it. I don't know, I spent 6 hours. 9 out of 10 disqualified me, and then I try to go to a cheaper survey, 35 cents. Okay, so that's 6 hours to get 35 cents. I deleted the app. I've got to see if I'm going to put effort into something. I've got ADHD. I've got to have money coming in. Otherwise, I'm going to delete it after the few hours of bullshit.
I hear you. I don't think you need apps that exhaust you or channels that you don't believe in. If your focus is cooking videos and real life vlogs, keep it real, If you ever talk about money sites, you can share what...
Well, I told you if I did talk about a money site, I would want to do it. Well, I mean, if I'm making $200 a day, well then probably doing food reviews, and then I may just do food reviews and then maybe do a video about how to earn the money, but that didn't happen yet.
That approach feels more honest and more you. Share what works, what doesn't, and let people see the real timeline instead of hype. That's actually valuable content.
So you think that it's, what do you think the best thing to do is? I don't know, damn video games. I have a tablet. Get paid to play video games because I was trying to cash out on my top surveys for $5, which I've been trying to do for 5 months. So you download a video game, and it says, have you played the game before? No. Say I played a new game. And you get to level 2, it says 50 cents. Well, let's say I don't like the game, I'm doing it to try to make money. Then I waste an hour playing it, and I get to level 2, and then for some reason I didn't click the tracking right, and it doesn't even credit me for the fucking 50 cents, even if I turn the tracking on. And it makes me very angry that these people say $60 an hour playing games. If that's true, wouldn't everybody do it? Hello?
Check in. Yeah, that's the right question. If something really paid $60 an hour with no catch.
Well, I would do it. I mean, if I could play video games and get $60 an hour even though I didn't like the game, yeah, you're damn right. Every day, if I work, 6 or 8 hours a day, well, I could support myself playing video games. But that's a lie. I don't think that they need to continue to lie. I mean, let's just say hypothetically there was a way, if you combine 5 websites and apps, to make $20 an hour even. Most people can live on that. Then I would post it on my channel with screenshots. I want to blur out whatever personal information. But they're not, that didn't happen. That's not happening.
So, based on what you've actually experienced, apps like games for cash and surveys haven't given you reliable income.
No, I mean 50 cents for 8 hours work, that's an example. I get paid to play games. 50 cents for 8 hours of work. And then you can't cash out on some of them until you get $5 or $10. So you're gonna spend 8 hours a day playing a game. To make 50 cents? No, I diluted it.
Right. So, for you, that model doesn't work.
No, because I can't live on 50 cents a day. Nobody can. Like maybe, I mean, I don't know. I hate to say it, somewhere in Africa, but nothing against African people. Just saying, some areas of Africa are very poor, and so they could make $5 working 8 hours a day per week on video games. That might buy them food. You get the point?
Checking. Yeah, I get the point. In lower cost of living areas, small amounts can stretch.
Yeah, $5 a week might go far in some parts of the world that are very poor, but not in America. For working 8 hours a day, you know, you need to make enough to support yourself. Not just
That was a big one. Checking.
not working 8 hours, get 50 cents one day, and the next day you get 25.
Right. If you're looking for something reliable where effort actually matches pay, those microtask apps aren't the thing. And yeah, trying to grind it is draining. It's fair to call it out. If you want, tell me the kind of work you'd actually tolerate doing for 5 to 8 hours a day. We can map real options around that.
I don't know, because I haven't seen anything that's legit as of now. Just a bunch of bullshit promises on YouTube.
Yeah, I get that. And the over-promise thing is everywhere. Clickbaity titles, affiliate links tapped away, and
Well, I mean, I do clickbait myself, but it's not. I mean, it's not to make money. It's just to be funny, and it's just for it's for a cooking show. Yeah, it's for a cooking show, and I don't see that as being bad. Because I'm not trying to scam. I'm not trying to get people to click my affiliate link to scam them out of money.
you get different intent.
Yeah, it's just to get them to click. I don't think that's bad.
Yeah. If you do ever cover income stuff, you can just be clear it's for entertainment, not a promise, and show receipts if you actually test something. That's honest and clear.
I'd have to be, I'd have to be really drunk, and you know, to do that, and even then, I probably would give up after an hour. It's torture. I can't do it. I couldn't even do it for a YouTube video. You know, you spend 4 hours of your time and get 25 cents,
That's
and I wouldn't want to get drunk for that reason. That sounds kind of stupid.
So, not microtask grind. Maybe pivot to content you already enjoy. cooking videos, reviews.
Yeah, well, I don't get paid on my YouTube channel yet. I don't have enough subscribers.
It takes time.
It does take time.
But you can,
Should have been doing it starting 4 years ago when I started the channel, but I didn't, or 5, whenever I started it. I can't go back in time, so I can't change it.
yeah, true. But you can choose a pace you can live with now. Skip the torture stuff and grow what you already do, even if it's slow.
Well, I know, but I mean, it'd be nice to have 2 streams of income and make, I mean, even $20 an hour. I could live off that. Probably. I don't know, I have to calculate. I mean, it depends. Yeah, but that's not realistic. These YouTubers are lying. They're wicked.
You've already basically proven surveys and game apps aren't it. So don't chase them. If you're aiming for a dependable income stream, we should talk actual remote jobs or building a small service around what you're good at.
It says get paid with chat with AI 20 to 40.
Checking. So there are lots of get paid to chat AI claims, but they highlight best case rates, not what most people earn. Some even require.
You'll be running to try it today. A brilliant elderly woman from the countryside shared this exact secret with me, and it was her ultimate lifesaver after an exhausting day of endless cleaning. The first thing we'll need is a basin. Start by putting in a liter of hot water. Since it's usually quite hot, add another half liter of cold water to reach the ideal temperature for your feet. Here's the first ingredient: salt. 2 tablespoons. It can be regular table salt. Next, add 2 measures of Listerine. This is essential.
I need it. Give it to me. Sorry, less cow do. Give me the steak. Why does he know that bitch? Give it to me.
I'm not sure what.
This one says 60 seconds, $4,000. What do you think? Sounds like bullshit. These people need to be removed from YouTube because if somebody's legitimately trying to make money, this is really wrong.
If a title says 60 seconds for $1,000, yeah, I'd treat that as a red flag. Almost certainly it's not repeatable for.
Let's see
normal
what
people.
bullshit she says.
Money making content, and the way that you do that is by hitting the thumbs up button. And if you're new here, make sure you drop a comment so I can say, hey. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this super easy side hustle where you can record short videos on your phone and start landing high paid brand deals. Let's go. Okay, let's start.
Okay,
from the
she's
top.
gonna
If you're
tell
new
you
to
how
this
to
channel,
live
welcome.
stream.
My name is Nikki, and I connect.
Checking.
They're saying that Claude AI is smarter than ChatGPT.
Checking. The smarter claim depends on tasks. Both are are strong and different benchmarks favor one or the other. I'd be cautious of any video declaring one flatly smarter.
Um,
In today's video, I have 3 non-phone opportunities and a bonus opportunity if you want to get working quickly. Stay tuned. Here is a decent paying non-phone opportunity working as a social media customer support agent with Wild Pastures. In this role, they do want you to reside in one of the following states, so be sure that your state is listed before applying. That would be Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, Missouri, North Carolina, New Jersey, Nevada, New York, Ohio, Texas, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, or Hawaii. 100% employer paid, so excellent benefits there. Generous paid time off, paid sick time, particular state, even though they reference Washington, D.C. as far as the pay. Now, Civic Nation seeks a research assistant. You're going to support their democracy initiatives, and you'll be reporting to the Director of Digital Strategy. You'll play a critical role in providing accurate election information.
you're gonna have a resume for this one.
And more. You'll also provide social media and social monitoring of news development and research support. So in this role, you'll be updating election deadline and law trackers daily, developing memos and reports, monitoring news and social media posts. You'll track some
What about this one? $500 a day doing nothing.
Checking. I'd be very skeptical of any make $500 a day doing nothing claim. If someone truly had a legal, repeatable way for anyone to make that kind of money doing nothing, they probably wouldn't frame it that way. It's a big claim, so I treat it with a lot of
Hey,
caution.
would you like your very own Shopify store? We're literally and completely free, by the way. We are live streaming right now. If you click the link.
What if I told you that there are websites out there right now that the next site on the list is very popular and has been for a while now. It is one of the most trusted websites when it comes to making money online, and they've been in business for a decent amount of years. This one is called clickerworker.com. As we can see on the front page, I want to make this clear to you guys because some of you might be confused at first. They are promoting to businesses. So this front page, a lot of their solutions and services, this is going to be B2B, which means business to business. But we are actually coming on here wanting to make money. So we're gonna click earn money as a clicker worker. And it says make money from anywhere, anytime. Again, it meets our standard of being a remote job that we can pretty much do if we have internet access. It says even down here in the subtitle, people are happier if they are more financially independent. And we can see the different types of things here, random tasks. So things that you don't even need knowledge for, just random things for you to do. It might be taking pictures of certain things, it might be doing a certain activity, it might be even just
Well, how are you gonna do that and get $500 a day?
Checking. That's the key question. Clickworker is a real company, yes, but availability and income can be limited. If a video slides from real company to you can make $500 a day, I'd ask for concrete proof, like consistent earnings over months, hours worked, not just a single screenshot. From what you've told me, you want something reliable every day, which most microtask platforms don't guarantee.
Now does Claude talk out loud?
Claude is text-based, but you can use text-to-speech to have it read answers aloud.
It don't talk like you do.
Not by itself. It needs a voice layer on top.
What about this one? Earn $75 an hour sitting on your couch.
Checking. Same caution here. Ask how many hours are actually available, not just the advertised rate. Consistency matters more than a flashy hourly number.
Yeah, but why they say you earn $50 an hour doing this?
Definitely could have helped me in the past, but at least I can use it now. Yesterday, I
These
saw
people are
myself
telling a lie.
I was under $100 balance. And
Tired of the lies.
it's crazy.
I don't want them
I had
telling
this
more
money
lies.
Because I just received a deposit of $3,000.
Do you want to make extra money from your phone without needing any special skills? In today's video, I'm sharing the 10 best survey apps that can help you start earning quickly via surveys, rewards, and simple online tasks. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Survey apps want to make you rich, but it can be a fast and easy way to earn a little cash in your spare time. The best app have low payout thresholds, reliable payment options, and opportunities available in many countries. Let's jump into the top 10 surveys apps to make money fast, starting from number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have YouGov. YouGov is known for surveys about current events and public opinion. It is available in many countries and offers rewards such as PayPal cash, bank transfers, or gift cards depending on your location. Number 9 position, Grocery, Y-Sense. Y-Sense is available worldwide and offers paid surveys, tasks, and other earning opportunities. It has a flexible payout options, including PayPal and gift card. So if you are someone that loves getting paid via gift card, Y-Sense should definitely be a good fit for you. Next, at the number 8 position is Ember Fund. Ember Fund combines surveys earning with Bitcoin rewards. It is a good option if you are interested in earning cryptocurrency alongside survey opportunities. So if you're a crypto lover, make sure you check this app out. At the number 7 position is a quite popular survey app, Swapworks. This app is one of the most popular rewards platforms around the globe.
Well, here's another one. $96 an hour. Wouldn't it make sense if they just told the truth?
Checking. Yeah, I think it would. At least be transparent, if not completely honest. Show months of earnings, hours worked, rejections, and no work days. That's the clarity that you're looking for.
Well, so far I haven't found nothing. I mean, I did.
Checking.
I spent a few weeks doing those torture survey things. And,
Yeah, that matches what you've seen. If you want, give me the exact title or site name from that video. Check whether it's actually a legitimate opportunity or just another big earnings plan with no proof.
well, I just think they need to earn extra cash $5 to $10 a week per week. That's what the realistic is. Not a day, $50 an hour, or even $50 a day. $50 nothing.
So,
They're lying. It's demonic. Why would the survey sites do that?
I get why those titles frustrate me. If you ever cover that.
Well, they're
which
demonic.
Showing your real timeline, your hours, disqualifications, and payouts would be far more useful.
Right,
than
and
what
in
we're
other
saying.
words, to show people the truth.
Yeah, just show the truth and let people decide.
But I don't, I guess if I type in survey sites don't work on YouTube, maybe I'll get to something that's more truthful, because I just don't. I mean, you know, some of these YouTubers have 1 million subscribers, some don't. Some of the videos have 200,000 views.
Yeah. View count doesn't guarantee quality. A healthy approach is to check claims against independent sources, not just thumbnails. If you want, we can look at one specific video and break down what's claimed versus what's actually shown.
Well, they put the clickbait of how much money you can make an hour. But, I mean, the YouTuber, I suppose if they have a good affiliate program, they might make that kind of money. Or they may make a couple hundred a day getting people to sign up under them.
Right. That makes sense. Sometimes the money's more in the referrals than the actual task out. So the creator makes more from affiliates than from doing the actual work itself, which is where it gets a bit murky. Most viewers don't earn anywhere near that hourly rate, if ever. So I'd separate what the creator earns from what regular folks usually see.
I'm not seeing any realistic, these videos. Here's another one. What is Brave browser? Make money with Brave rewards. $80 an hour.
Checking. Okay, so Brave Rewards is a real thing, but $80 an hour, I would be very cautious about that claim. I'd want to see months of proof and exactly how the hours and pay are calculated, not a thumbnail. From everything you've told me, what you need is stable income that you can rely on. And
If I'm gonna
most
put in an
people-
hour of work, I need to see money in the bank. Not 5 hours of work to get 25 cents. I can't do that, and it's not enough to live on, it's not even realistic. I can't do it.
No, fair enough. And if a video doesn't show...
I mean, somebody lives in Africa that wants to do that or whatever, or wherever they live, and they wanna make $5 a week working 50 hours a week for $5, and it's worth their while, then go for it. I would say go for it. You can live on $5 a week, possibly for working 50, 60 hours, then go for it. That's what they need to be saying. That's what they need to say.
Yeah, I think that might be more realistic.
Yeah.
What we're looking for, to show what $5 a week for 50 hours looks like. Because you're not looking for that at all. You need something more reliable and more steady.
I need to find clear way that's real to make money, and that's not working.
Check. Well, I think there's got to be a difference between money making and making a living, because some of those videos are clickbait, some of them are just hype, and yeah, I personally stay clear of surveys, game apps, watch video schemes if you're looking to actually make a living. If it's an hour of work, you need to be paid for that hour, not hoping you don't get disqualified 15 minutes in. So focusing on opportunities with a defined pay rate is the way to go.
This season in cinemas. Maybe not, because this is a cookie bot ad. One business, one website, one...
Shifting focus now, 3 spectacular sky events, one single day. And the internet is already talking about it. In fact, even calling it the end of the world. August 12th, mark that date on your calendar. It will be bringing a rare cosmic lineup that has sparked wild doomsday theories online, a lot of chatter. Some claim it's a warning, others call it the universe's biggest show of the year. But what's really happening on that day? We tell you all that you need to know.
A trinity of cosmic events on August 12th is being seen by many as an ominous warning to the world. Scientists say there is...
I've always dreamed of owning a yacht right here in my backyard. But the problem is, they are really expensive, often costing hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. But I don't have millions of dollars I can spend on a yacht. So how cheap is the cheapest yacht in the entire country? Only one way to find out, the internet. What's up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. I think I broke my leg. 1, 2, 3. Good job. You're good. You're good. Straighten this leg out. Yep.
I've done this for 30 years. That is by far the worst thing I've seen.
This is a healthy human knee joint. A sudden force causes the kneecap to dislocate. It shifts far to the outside of the leg, causing severe pain and instability.
911, what's your emergency?
We could use some of your help.
This is I'm currently inbound to your facility. ETA in about 10 minutes.
It doesn't look great around the knee.
I don't even understand what's going on, but it's like my leg exploded.
He's not going to be able to stand up. He's trying to keep him sitting still at the moment. Since he fell about 5 or 6 minutes ago, he's playing the foot.
It's not good. It's just so bad.
Okay. No, that's not true.
What's up, guys? I just got home from the hospital, and as you can tell from the intro of this video, I had a terrible fall. I got extremely hurt, and this whole thing honestly has been really scary and traumatizing. A lot of you guys have been asking how I'm doing, and this is the video I want to explain everything from the very beginning.
Alright. So what happened?
Just a few days ago, I was down in the garage with Matt, working on detailing the new yacht that I just purchased. This is something I've wanted for many, many years, and I am more than excited to be getting this project underway. Unfortunately for me, I had no idea that in a split second, my life would change forever. If you guys are new here, I'm Carter Scher. I've been making YouTube videos for almost a decade now here on YouTube. My entire brand is about doing crazy, rare, and ridiculous things, hence the name Team RAR. I'm known for doing big backflips on dirt bikes, crushing cars with monster trucks, and jumping off roofs. So you guys are probably thinking I got hurt doing something crazy, when in reality, literally the exact opposite happened. The last thing I can remember is stepping off of this ladder, taking a big step, my foot slipping across the ground, I heard a pop and a crack, and the next thing I know, I'm sitting on the ground, holding my leg, and my knee is literally exploded. As I'm looking down, I started to scream, and I called Matt, who luckily was very close to come running over. I'm so grateful that Matt was nearby because I did not have my phone in my pocket, and there was 0% chance I was even sliding across the ground to reach it. And if it was up in the boat or on a table somewhere, I would have been sitting in this spot in the garage for hours until someone came looking for me.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got
Danger? No swimming?
Oh my
This is not looking good. Oh my gosh, Chris, your leg looks so bad. What is that scaly stuff? Beach week, beach week, beach week. Welcome to the vlog. Grace, me, Matt, and Buzz are heading our way to Carolina Beach in North Carolina. We're going to be having so much fun because we rented a $1 million beach house and we're pulling up right now.
Buzz, are you so excited for the beach?
He's going to love the beach so
Oh my
much.
goodness, we get to go swimming in the water and maybe build sand castles. And maybe you can dig in the sand and find some yummy stuff to eat and get in trouble.
Yeah, and the best part is, guys, is that we are literally on the sand, so we can just walk straight from the house onto the water and into the beach so we can swim. It's gonna be so perfect.
Beachfront house. Doesn't get better than that.
And here we are, guys. This is the house, and it's literally right next to the Ferris wheel. Look at that!
Oh my goodness,
No
yes.
way! Look at that. We are right there next to the Ferris wheel.
That's gonna be so much fun.
We are literally steps away from the beach and the entire boardwalk with rides and roller coasters and probably lots of ice cream too. Buzz, are you excited?
Yeah, he's smiling.
Oh my gosh, he's so excited.
I can't wait to see the house.
I know, it's gonna be so amazing. I can't wait to see the ocean and jump in the water. And guys, I am still injured, so I'm gonna be walking the whole day in this beach trip with crutches. I got my knee brace. I had a really bad fall and completely messed up my knee. But today we're gonna be staying positive, so let's go in this house and go for the grand reveal. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the view. It's so amazing. That's the ocean right there. We get to see so much of it. We're so close. Grace, look at this. Oh my
gosh.
Oh.
Look at that. The beach is right there.
Oh.
This is so perfect.
Guys, I am so excited about this house. Matt, what do you think? Oh my god, it's amazing.
Wait.
So great.
Come closer. Like you can
Check this out.
really see it all.
Oh.
I've been secretly living inside this casino for days, and nobody here knows it. Casinos are the one place where you can enter poor and leave a millionaire. So what if you tried to live there for free? I'm talking eating, sleeping, and gambling to survive. We're gonna find out how long we can last and at what point will our luck run out. We're standing outside one of the biggest casinos in Vegas, the Venetian. Joining me is my partner in crime, Anthony, who once won $1,000 at a casino, which I guess makes him our gambling expert.
Let's make some money today.
Yeah. Once we step foot in that casino, we cannot leave until we're, I guess, kicked out.
Or in jail.
Or in jail. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Immediately after entering, we were sent into dopamine overload, looking at all of these bright, colorful machines. In my heart, I knew the possibilities were endless. But we can't get too ahead of ourselves because the main thing is that we keep a low profile. This casino has just about everything. Beyond the gigantic gambling area, there's restaurants, gyms, an entire hotel above us, and much more. Ironically, casinos are known to have some of the most hardcore security measures on Earth. I have already seen more cameras in here than a Mr. Beast production, and we actually tried to set this shot up on a tripod, and oh, no tripod? Okay. The block's already hot. They didn't like that. Now we could be here for days, weeks, months, whatever it is. I still want to stay productive. I have a list of daily lifestyle tasks that we must complete while living inside this casino. If we fail to complete just one task, the challenge is over. It's 10 a.m., so our first task of the day is getting breakfast. You hungry?
Yes, I'm starving.
I am too. Now, obviously, we don't have any money, at least not yet. So really, there was only one option in order to fill our stomachs. Hey, excuse me? We left our wallet in the hotel room. Do you have any, leftover food we could have, by chance? No worries. Yeah, thank you, man. We got our first meal of the day. I was wondering, is there any way you could, slide us, maybe a banana? 2 would be amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
How we going?
Let's go. We got food, baby. We got food. First task completed. That is breakfast, baby. Look at how beautiful that is. This is the breakfast of champions. You gotta get used to this. I love how stimulating the casino is because I'm eating a banana and I get to watch this AI gorilla dance around. Every drop of water, every bite of food we can get, we gotta take advantage of it.
I'm devoured my own starting, girl.
Some of these upcoming tasks are gonna get pretty tough to complete. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we'll worry about that later.
You, your team, and your agents are working together on Monday.com's AI work.
We have more to do. And with breakfast down, we had our next task upon us. Exercise. I am pretty sure that there's a gym in this casino. The problem is, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get in. So I didn't realize it at the time, but this gym was actually off limits for non-hotel guests, which meant we weren't supposed to take this elevator. How you doing? Good. And even better, we weren't supposed to absolutely freaking flank this security guard. But somehow, we made it to the gym. We got it, baby. We found it. This is the fitness center. There's a guy working out in there. Should we ask the guy in there? Yeah. Oh. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Dude, this gym is so nice. Now, this gym was glorious. There was an employee inside, but hey, we just have to act natural. You actually work in here? Nah, bro. They don't even have weights big enough for me, dog. And after a nice little workout, we headed back to complete our next task. Just because we're living in a casino doesn't mean we can't still be healthy. But with our next task involving gambling, we were gonna need some money, obviously. Luckily, that's when we stumbled upon this area. Where are we, bro?
I don't know, for this simulation.
This is literally the Truman Show IRL, bro. Alright, so this area is a lot more chill. There's less security, less workers, and less cameras. Our next task is going to work, which in our case is gambling. The problem is, we're broke as a joke. We have no money. But I did come prepared. Alright? I'm Elvis. So if you didn't know, there's these guys that go around Vegas impersonating Elvis, and these guys will rack up hundreds of dollars a day just on tips alone. I'm gonna put on a little performance for the people, see if we can make some money, and then ultimately go gamble that money to make more money. Brought my very own tip jar right there, baby.
Oh, they could get kicked out for that. I don't know, to each their own, I guess. If you like to do that, you go for
You got 20 bucks, sir? Thank you very much. Love me tender. I'm Elvis Presley. Do you have we're just accepting tips today. Yeah. Hey! Thank you very much, sir. You're lighting up the butt, dog. Yeah, thank you. We got our first tip. 50 cents. We're 50 cents richer. Let's try to get one more donation and then get the heck out of here. Lock in, lock in, lock in. I see that watch on your wrist. You got $20 for me? No, no money. Hey, do you guys have $50? $20? $10? $5? You ain't nothing but a ham dog. Thank you. Crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. 20, bro. We got a $20 bill. Woohoo! 20 buckaroos. I'm gonna get out of this ASAP. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. We're about to be out of here. I wouldn't have. Thank you. Let's get out of here, bro. We need to use this $20 as wisely as possible. We're putting all of our money on black. We just doubled our money and made $40.
And I guess they're done with their work for the day.
That's right. Luck is on our side. I feel like I could be here for months.
I don't know.
The question is, what do we do with this $40?
Double it. No.
No, bro. And now with some money in our pockets, we decided that we needed to take a step back and relax. Or at least attempt to. These screens are bright. Oh, it's so stimulating everywhere. We're on a mission to find some food. How much do we want to spend realistically?
Like,
oh my god. This is fire. 2/3 of our money all on a hockey game. If Dallas wins, we win. If not, we're probably going to sleep hungry.
so if we win the bet, we get back 41. That's steak dinner.
That's steak dinner, baby. I can tell when Anthony's nervous, and he seems nervous. I hope this wasn't a mistake. High risk, high reward. With our bet placed, and an hour before the game starts, we did something a bit degenerate with our last $10.
The last $10. Spin. One spin.
I got one challenge for you. Try Whisper Flow once. One time. And I promise you'll understand why I haven't typed a full sentence in 6 months. Next time you open ChatGPT.
So far, we're down pretty bad. Down to our last $5, which means we have 5 spins left.
Wait, you have $5 left out of everything?
And I mean, we spent $20 on the stars.
Bro, this is bad, bro. I'm gonna take this puppy for a spin, see if my luck is better than Anthony's. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, sorry. We got in trouble for the tripod again. He said surveillance sees us, which is really scary. What's the move?
Spend our last $4. I hope the stars win.
How much will we have left if we lose this $4? It's like a little over $1, right? Oh, come on, baby. We got 3 more spins. Last spin, bro. Last spin. We just lost everything.
Besides $1.
Alright guys, the hockey game just started. It is 0-0. We need Dallas to win. It's currently 4:42. The game should end somewhere around 7 p.m. What was that? 0-1. We're losing. Rocky start. While we wait for our game to finish, we decided to sit down at these slot machines. One of the casino's secret little tactics to keep you spending money is a waitress will come around every once in a while and offer you a drink. Now, you'd think that this drink would cost you an arm and a leg, but surprisingly, they're free. Technically, you're supposed to tip, but that's optional. So we're gonna see if we can bait one of these waitresses over and get some free drinks. I haven't seen one come by in a bit. Oh, there's literally one behind us. Hi. How much is the drinks? Oh, can we get 2 beers? Thank you. Dude, we're gonna drink 50, bro. Yeah. so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that was so awkward. Dude, she wanted a tip. She just waited. These security guards, the same ones, walked by 5 times, has eyed us down 5 times. This is bad. This is really bad. Kinda nasty. I walked with my head high and an ice cold beer in my hand. I mean, who could say no to a guy like me? Yeah, this is the life. Except, well, no, it's straight up bullshit. What's the game at?
Well, the score, right now we're down 1. Second period just started. It's not looking good. What's up, life?
So we basically waited here knowing that this hockey game was the difference between us eating a steak dinner and us eating somebody's ashed cigarettes. We were losing by 1 point. And then Anthony checked his phone.
Score.
No.
1-1.
1-1! 1-1! Let's go, baby! Let's go! We might be leading, guys.
We're back 2-1 now.
2-1, baby!
Underdogs, we're now favorites.
Woo!
Vegas thinks I was right all along.
Gosh, don't get cocky now, bro. Got some bad news.
Just as we thought we were cooking, tie game 2-2.
2-2, bro.
That's pretty bad.
Oh. We got about 10 minutes left in the game. The score is 2-2. So this is anybody's game.
Hope we win. I'm hungry, bro.
This game has been stressing us out for the past 3 hours, and we're hungry and we want food. I feel like this is a good time to mention we've set a new goal on the channel of hitting 5 million subscribers. Each and every one of you guys count, so hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the videos. Let's hope Dallas wins. Woo! Anthony was genuinely stressed out. I could tell he wanted something real for dinner. And I was gonna feel real bad
Brian.
because it didn't quite pan out. 4 minutes left. This was it right here, the last minutes of the game. And by some miracle, the other team scored. And we lost. What a transition that was. Guys, living in a casino is basically a sentence to... All you gotta do is sign up using this QR code or the link in the description. Scan it. Go ahead. Scan it. Click it. Click it. Okay. Thank you, Chan. I love you guys. Back to the casino. They cleaned up all the tables, bro. Oh. That looks so good. Do you guys have any like leftover pizza that you might just throw away that we could have? Alright. I heard you guys throw your pastries out at the end of the night. Oh, okay. Nope. But I still had hope that we could at least get something to eat tonight. I'm hungry, G. I'm gonna ask that couple if they're gonna eat their fries, okay? Alright, here. Hey, excuse me? Super random. Are you gonna eat those fries? I could have them? Are you gonna eat yours either? Yeah, yeah, really? Thank you. What's your name? Eric? I'm Jack. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm just super hungry. That would be so awesome. You're the man. Thank you so much. Rachel? Yeah. Jack. Nice to meet you. You ever had anyone ask for your leftover food or? No? Well, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, bro. They were the nicest people I've ever met. We got 2 orders of fries, pan down. No shot. Talk to me nice, bro. When you have nothing, the littlest things are such a win. We ate our dinner as the sun set outside. Being in here, you really don't have a great perception of time because we can't even see the sun, and there's not a single clock in this entire building. On top of that, as nighttime comes around, the casino only gets busier. Security and employees were now everywhere, which wasn't ideal for our next task. So we waited and waited and waited until it felt safe to do our next task. We just killed about 5 hours sitting at a slot machine, resting our feet because we have walked over 10 miles today.
My feet are killing me, bro.
Our next task is to find a spot to sleep tonight. I think that's going to be easier said than done because not only are there tons of cameras in here, but there's just such a lack of hidden areas. Literally none.
You can't be filming in here. Don't film the tables.
Okay, we gotta be careful. This would be very comfortable. The problem is that there's a lot of people around.
Under the table there, maybe? Under that table?
Oh, undo that, dude? Dude, it is so hard to find anywhere that doesn't have security. If you make your way over to the restrooms, there is a long hallway, but you could probably post up right here, but there's a lot of workers. It's like damn near impossible. There's lots of room back here, except it's in the midst of all these people. With it being 1 a.m. with a lack of safe sleep spots, we thought we should probably head back to the area from earlier, hoping there'd be less foot traffic. It like got bright. I feel like I'm outside.
Yeah, it's weird.
This is bad, bro. I'm losing track of reality. Huh? Ooh. No cameras in sight, bro. Everything's closed around us too. All the shops, everything. I think we found the spot. Behind this counter. Sleep right there. I mean, there's like little to no people around. What do you think?
This is it. Who's gonna really look over there?
Do we just go for it?
I don't care. I'm tired, bro.
I'm just gonna like lay. Yeah. Probably gonna get on my side. But less than 1 hour into our sleep, we were woken up by security. She's calling someone, bro. She's calling someone. We good? No? We should get up. We should get out of here. Oh, dude, I think she's... I don't know.
Yeah, I actually can't sleep.
You can't sleep.
We tried to get up, what, a solid hour and a half?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, yo, I just saw security looking straight at us as we left. We're about to go outside, bro. We're so... I feel like I have bags under my eyes, bro. Hey, at least we didn't get kicked out, though. That was so close.
I thought we were going to.
That was so close, bro. We're just gonna sit here and wait for time to pass. It's 3 a.m. That's all I got. These bright-ass lights started literally making me go crazy. I looked to my left, I got this dude spending his last $100 on a fake OnlyFans model. Look to my right, and this guy's over here probably losing his retirement on slots. And it's, what, 4 a.m.? Just moved to a new spot. We're just waiting for morning. Well, guys, it's official. The shirt's a lie. It's 7 a.m., which means welcome to day 2. Wow. Be completely honest, how are you feeling?
My feet are killing me. I'm just ready to go home.
That about sums it up. The next task we have to complete is take a shower. No idea how we're gonna pull that off, but that's the next task. And until we can pull that off, we cannot eat breakfast. With the little bit of sleep that we have, we gotta hustle. Shower time, brother. Do you know anywhere we can get a shower around here? Okay. No, dude, if the shower's the thing that kills this challenge, I'm gonna be so upset.
What?
Shower. Like to clean up. Yeah. No. We were barely functioning at this point, and if you remember our rule from earlier, if If we fail to complete just one task, the challenge is over. We have to find a way to make this happen. I have an idea. You're not gonna like it.
What is it?
Hear me out. There's currently nobody around. I don't see any security. I've come to the conclusion there's no feasible way to get a shower, which leaves us with this as our last option. But my heart's beating out of my chest right now. Sprint out as fast as possible and we just dip into the casino. I feel like we don't overthink it. We just gotta do this, bro. We just gotta get it. Alright, we're gonna run this. And so I got ready to make my move. All I had to do was jump in, get out, and sprint for the casino without anyone seeing. Immediately, security was on us, and they weren't playing any games.
What
is wrong with you? Stupid.
Alright. Bro, you're so good with
I know.
Oh my god. Oh, that's not nice.
So this was the end of the road.
I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
We made some good memories in this casino, and yeah, and some bad ones. But to be honest, I was ready to feel the sun again, if you know what I mean. Holy sh! Oh my god. Yeah, guys, don't try that at home. They were so mad. I mean, valid. You guys are looking at a newly banned member of the Venetian. Due to your actions on 5/1/26, you are not permitted on the property outlined on the map, including during the period of 1 year. I don't really know what else there is to say. Venetian, if you see this, I love you. Please don't hate me or demonetize this video. I'm soaking wet. I have a flight to catch. That's pretty much it. I freaking love you guys. Cool transition. I just
In American Airlines.
I would. My YouTube videos has to be A for approved and B L for legal. And yeah, I would do food review. Just don't film the customers. They tell you to stop filming, you turn the camera off and you eat your food and leave. But they don't do that as long as you're not. If you're filming the food, they can see you're filming the food. They're gonna. Most people they don't watch that much. When you film the customers, you're out.
Jet engine bursts into flames at the worst possible time. When is that? At that go, no-go point on the runway when they're about to rotate. They can't stop with the runway remaining. They've got to go airborne. They hit a flock of birds, it turns out, and they lose that left engine. And this is an absolute masterclass in how to do it right. The training kicked in. This crew is absolutely incredible. Let me get you started with the audio, and then I'm going to show you some dramatic pictures.
1760, fly runway heading for runway 18, clear for takeoff. Fly runway heading, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Okay, our player here is American 1760. It's a Airbus aircraft. They're taking off out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Wonderful place. Love to visit there. The great beaches
Myrtle
and so
Beach.
forth. They're taking off out of Myrtle
Myrtle,
Beach. And right
Myrtle.
at go, no-go speed, that V1 speed. We call it V1 cut. When we practice it in the simulator, they hit a flock of birds. Do they lose the entire power, all of the thrust out of that left engine? We don't know. I don't think so. Because when you see the video here in a second, you're going to see that there's a little bit of thrust coming out of that engine still. But regardless, they don't have full thrust on both engines. And this is a very challenging maneuver. We're trained for just this sort of thing. Let me run you through what the training looks like. All right? And you're going to follow along as we're going to listen here on the audio. You're going to see how these guys do everything exactly right by the book. By the time you get done listening, you're going to be able to fly this same jet as well, all right? So here's how we are trained. Number one, the first thing that we do is the pilot at the controls says my aircraft. And they say my aircraft very forcefully in their best outdoor voice, I like to put it, so that they break that, it's what's called the startle effect. And pilots are human beings too. And so you're flying along, you're rotating, and all of a sudden, you hear something, you see a thing on your screen that says left engine fire, and it's really easy for both pilots to go focus in on that, and nobody's flying the airplane. So we've learned this the hard way over the years with airplanes that kind of went down afterwards because nobody was physically flying the airplane to say my aircraft. At that point, it's clear who's at the controls and who's flying the airplane, and then the other pilot, the pilot now monitoring, is the one that jumps into their training procedure at that point, which is to grab the checklist. So at this point, nothing happens until 400 feet. My aircraft, and you fly the airplane out, you get it off the ground, you get the landing gear up, that's about it. You start climbing out at 400 feet, the pilot flying, right, my aircraft guy, says checklist. At that point, you pull out the quick reference checklist and you do the first 4 or 5 items on the checklist. That's turn the auto throttles off, take the thrust levers, pull them back to idle, fuel control switches off, and then fire handle. If there's a fire, pull it to shut down the engine. If there's a fire indication, you turn the fire bottle handle so you put the extinguisher into the engine. Those first 5 items, they're not really memory items, but most everybody has them memorized. They're on that quick reference checklist. You do that at 400 feet and you don't do anything after that. You ask, if you can, to climb out on runway heading to whatever altitude is appropriate for that airfield. You're going to hear that here in a minute. Then you clean up on schedule. What does that mean? You still got your flaps down, so you're going to accelerate when you get to your level off altitude. In this case, it's going to be 2,100 feet. Then, as the airplane is speeding up, you bring your flaps up, right? You bring them all the way up, and once the aircraft is what's called clean, the flaps are all the way up, then you can ask to come back around to land, and you start the full length checklist, the rest of the items on the checklist. You're going to hear all of that over and over again here today as we go through this. What's after that? Next, you got to do your 2 out and your 2 in. You've heard me talk about that before. The 2 out is you got to tell air traffic control what your intentions are, where you're headed, and then you have to communicate with your company, with dispatch, if you have time. That's kind of the lowest of the priorities. But you can text message them, just say, hey, we're RTB, return to base, Myrtle Beach, and give them the ETA and send it off, and that's all you got to do. They now know you're going back to Myrtle Beach. Then the 2 in, you got to communicate with your flight attendants, your number 1 flight attendant, let them know what's going on, how long it's going to take to get back on the ground, get all your cards stowed back there, make sure that you do your cautionary checklist. They've got a checklist to go through in the back. Then you got to make the dreaded PA, the one to the passengers, right? You tell them, hey folks, I know some of you can see there's flames coming out of the engine on the left side. The engine is shut down at this point. The airplane flies just fine on one engine. We're going to return back to Myrtle Beach. We'll be on the ground in 15 minutes. Follow the instructions of your flight attendants. I'll brief you more when we get to the gate, and that's it. Right? Reassure people that everything's fine.
If they get to the gate.
Now you have to program your flight management computer. Because remember, you were going someplace else. Now you're coming back to Myrtle Beach. Isn't it all still in there? Nope. You got to bring it all back up. Because the computer thinks you're going elsewhere. You're going back to Myrtle Beach. You bring all that back up. You ask for the runway at Myrtle Beach. You plug that in. You build the approach. Put it up. Then both pilots brief that approach, all while flying the airplane, doing the various checklists, doing the 2 outs and the 2 ins. It is busy. It's really busy. You're going to see all that. Then you execute the whole thing, and if you do so, it comes off flawlessly. Let's listen in to this masterclass and how these pilots handle this emergency.
American 1560 is looking for mayday. We've got the engine problem here. We're looking for 2 out to 100 up to
Okay, that's the first part that they've got to get done, and he does it just flawlessly. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Don't declare it an emergency. Say mayday, mayday, mayday. That gets all the wheels turning in the proper direction. Now the tower controller, whoever you're talking to, knows exactly what's going on. You're a mayday aircraft. He asks for runway heading to 2100. Why 2100? That's probably the altitude on their standard instrument departure. So he was going to level off at 2100. He's just asking to confirm all that. Let me show you what's going on in this airplane while these guys are declaring emergency. I'm going to go to the today show report on it because they've got some really good video here. So let's watch this.
Some frightening moments yesterday for passengers on an American Airlines flight. A bird strike caused one of the plane's engines to burst into flames.
Looking for we've got the engine problem here.
Okay, you just heard that on the audio I shared with you. You can see that left engine flashing. All right, let's keep going.
A plane carrying 181 people was taking off from Myrtle Beach when it hit a flock of birds.
Look at this.
Video taken from inside the plane shows those flames pouring out of one of the engines.
Wow, unbelievable. You get the close-up from inside the airplane. If I was that passenger, I'd be a little nervous, for sure. But again, the airplane flies just fine on one engine. The pilots are in the midst. They're still climbing out. They're probably right at that 400-foot mark where they're grabbing the checklist to shut down the engine. That's why you see the flames still coming out. Shortly after that, this engine's going to get shut down. It's really dramatic footage here. Let me show you another view that's from closer in. All right, this is probably the same passenger, but look at this. Look at the flames. They're just now starting to climb out. Pilots are working the checklist. A few seconds later, they're going to shut down that engine. But you can see the flames coming out right there from that engine. Very, very dramatic. Now, let's go back to the audio in this master class on how to do it. They've asked for runway heading. They've asked for 2,100 feet. They're getting the aircraft cleaned up. What's next?
American 1760, maintain Myrtle departure air contact. 10,100 senior attendance.
We'll be right back, but first a quick word from today's sponsor. You know, one thing I never really thought about during my airline career was just how many companies end up with your personal info. You find your information. My code to save 60% off an annual economy plan. Remember, they can't harm you if they can't find you. And a special thanks to Economy for sponsoring today's video. Sponsors like this help us to make more content for you.
Eventually we'll be looking to go back to Myrtle.
Okay, what are your intentions? That's the next phase. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? At this point, air traffic controllers, and my buddy Kennedy Steve and I talked about this a bunch. They're gonna clear everybody out of your way. Whatever you want and whatever you need, they're gonna make that happen for you at this point. So the guy just says, "What are your intentions? We want to come back."
Listen to Captain Steve.
We're gonna get Myrtle cleaned up. Now, they've got a little bit of a problem back in Myrtle because remember they hit those birds and they hit them on the runway. So they got to go check and see are there still birds on the runway because you don't want to land on that. So he's gonna now coordinate the tower controller. He's gonna coordinate the crews to go out and take a look to see if there's any dead birds on the runway, and you're gonna find out that there are.
Can you take a turn at this point?
So he asked him, "Can you take a turn at this point?" And he says, "Negative." What does that tell us? Where are they in this procedure? They're probably not quite at 2,100 feet yet, or they might have just gotten there. They haven't quite cleaned up yet. Remember, the aircraft has got to be clean before they turn back and come back to the airport, and then they start the full-on checklist. So he says, "No, I know exactly where they are. They're still bringing the flaps up. They're not clean yet."
1760, you can take a turn.
Let me know when you can take a turn, he says.
1760, can you tell me the nature of your emergency? We've got the engine malfunction here. We're going to be looking for the ILS to Myrtle to 1A.
Okay, he gives his intentions again. He says, again, I don't think they even know what the problem is with the engine. They just got an engine fire indication. They don't know. He says, we got an engine malfunction. That's really all you need to know. Our left engine, and he doesn't say left. He probably should, but that's a minor point.
1760, all right. We can take a turn. Okay, 1760, can you say the number of souls you have on board and the fuel remaining in time? We got 181 and we have 134 minutes of fuel.
Okay, that guy's right on top of it. He knows that question's coming. He's got the souls on board, the amount of fuel. He can look at that on his screen. And he also says we're ready for a turn. What does that tell you now? That tells you that they've cleaned up the aircraft. The flaps are completely up. They've started the full-length checklist. They're ready to come back around. They don't want to waste any time coming back around with a single engine, but they also don't want to cram themselves. They don't want to get themselves in such a rush that they might have to potentially go around because they're not configured or ready to land just yet. So it's all about the timing here, and these guys do a great job of that. Listen.
1760, turn left heading at 350. All right, left 350,
Okay, what did he say? can we take delay vectors? What he's saying is we need a few more minutes here. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. This is the point where they're probably doing their 2 out and their 2 in, and the other pilot, the pilot monitoring, is loading up the flight management computer with the appropriate approach. All of that takes time. Then, after you make all your PAs and all your communication, then you got to both brief the approach so you both understand exactly what you're doing. So he says, we need some delay vectors. This is outstanding.
You can expect that.
You can expect that, he says. Now it's confirmed, and they found a significant amount of birds on the runway, he said. So they hit more than one, probably more than a few, unfortunately. And is there any way to avoid that? No, there just isn't. And I feel bad, you know. But now you got a lot of human beings on this airplane. You got to make sure that everybody takes care of business here so they get this thing on the ground safely. Another excellent question. Do you have an estimate on how long that bird cleanup is going to take? Because these guys are thinking, hey, wait, if it's going to take real long, we can go to Charleston or some other airport in the vicinity around there, because we want to get on the deck. We don't want to stay airborne longer than we have to, but at the same time, we're kind of set up for Myrtle Beach. How long is it going to take, right? That's a great question.
1760, stand by.
Stand by.
1760, they didn't really give me an estimate. They said they got the larger carcasses up, but they need a sweeper to get the small stuff out of the way.
Okay, so he said they didn't really give him an estimate. They got the larger pieces of the birds up. You know, honestly, landing on that runway is no problem. You want to make sure the trucks and the people are off the runway. That's the bigger deal.
Okay. Can you guys answer that? Because it's going to be 15 minutes or so, we're going to go to Charleston.
Okay, this is just excellent communication. So he says if it's going to be more than 15 minutes, he gives them a distinct finite time. If it's going to be more than 15 minutes, we're going to go to Charleston. And he says, well, hold on. Now I got something to work with. Let me call him back and find out if it's going to be more than 15 minutes. Let's see what the answer is.
1760, Roger. 1760. They said there's only feathers left, so it should take a lot less than 15 minutes.
Okay, so there's only feathers left, a lot less than 15 minutes. We'll be out of your way by the time you come around. That's good news.
At the 1760, they said the sweeper will be out only to remove feathers. Are you comfortable landing with feathers on the runway?
I've never been asked that question. In all my years of flying, are you comfortable with landing with feathers on the runway? My answer would be, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
1760, Roger, turn left, right, B. Left, right, C, American 1760.
All right, so he turns them left to the initial approach fix for the runway. They're all set up for the approach. They briefed the approach. They built it in the computer. Everybody's with the airplane now. They're not, you know, behind the airplane. They're not ahead of the airplane. They're right with it at this point. And again, is this a routine landing? No, there's nothing routine about this. But because of the extensive, excellent, outstanding training that we get as commercial airline pilots every single year, we go through this exact same scenario over and over and over again until you don't want to hear it anymore, so that if it happens in the real world, you're totally prepared for it. And this crew just leans on their training, and they put on an absolute masterclass in communication, in aviating, in navigating, in checklist management, in timing to get back to an airport or to a runway. Everybody in the back of that airplane should go give that captain and that first officer a great big hug, because they paid attention when they went down to training and they executed this thing flawlessly. So was this a routine landing? Yeah, right? Because of their excellent training. Well, now you know. I'm Captain Steve. Fly safe. All right, folks, we are right in the middle of our Make-A-Wish campaign. If you'd like to learn more about it, please check it out. It's all available to you in the link below.
Too many ideas, too many tasks, zero focus. Here's how to break the cycle.
Have you ever stood on a port quayside, watched a great white cruise ship slide in at dawn, and wondered who is actually living inside that thing? The hull is 15 decks high. The windows on the top decks are still dark. The gangway is not even down yet. And somewhere deep inside all that steel, a couple of thousand people are quietly waking up to start another working day in a country they cannot quite see, on a sea they have been crossing for months. Most people on the quayside assume those crews are counting the days until they can finally get off. They are counting the hours until the contract ends and they can fly home and sleep in a bed that does not roll. And here is the thing. A lot of them feel exactly the opposite. Once you understand why, you will never look at a cruise ship the same way again. Hi, my name is Jack, and this is Life at Sea, the channel where we go inside the lives of the people who live and work at sea. Now, the crew we are talking about today are not the captain up on the bridge, and they are not the senior officers with their own cabins on the upper decks, with the windows and the views. The crew we are talking about today are the people who actually live below the waterline, the ones whose entire world for the next 9 months is a steel corridor called I-95, a cabin smaller than a parking space, a uniform hanging on a hook, and a community of a couple of thousand people who all happen to be living on the same ship at the same time. So let us get into who they actually are and why so many of them keep coming back. Let us start with the people who actually choose this life. If you have never been on board, you might picture a cruise crew as a kind of accidental population. People who ended up there because there were not many other options. The reality is almost the opposite. Getting onto a Royal Caribbean, Carnival, or Norwegian ship is harder than most outsiders realize. There is a recruitment cycle that can take months. There's a standards of training, certification, and watch keeping basic safety course that you have to pay for and complete before anyone will even look at your application seriously. There are interviews with concessionaire agencies, medicals, paperwork, vaccinations, fitness assessments, and then a flight to a port city you have probably never been to on a date you do not get to negotiate. Anyone who finishes all of that and walks up the gangway carrying a duffel bag has made a deliberate decision. This is not a fallback job. It is a chosen one. The life stage profile of who actually does it is wider than you might expect. A lot of crew are in their 20s or early 30s, often a few years out of catering college, a hospitality school, or an officer cadetship at somewhere like Warsash in England or the Massachusetts Maritime Academy in the States. Plenty are mid-career chefs who got tired of the turnover of land restaurants, who realized they could cook for 3,000 people on a ship with better kit and a tighter brigade than the gastropub they were running on a high street back home. There are musicians, dancers, photographers, sound engineers, information technology officers, dive instructors, fitness teachers, art auctioneers, casino dealers, pursers, and medical staff. It is honestly one of the most varied workforces in the world. It is also an internationally crewed industry with people drawn from across the world. The captains and senior officers on most of the big Western fleets are very often Norwegian, British, Italian, or American. The cruise director on a Royal Caribbean ship might well be Australian or Canadian. A typical large vessel will have crew from 40 or even 50 different nationalities living and working together in the same set of decks, eating in the same mess, and drinking in the same crew bar, which, when you stop and think about it, is genuinely remarkable. And here is something a lot of people do not realize about who actually chooses this life. The ones who hate it do not stay. They finish one contract, sometimes not even a full one, and they go home and never come back. So when you meet a cruise crew member on their 5th or 6th or 12th contract, you are not looking at someone who is trapped. You are looking at someone who has run the numbers, lived the reality, seen the worst of it, and chosen it again anyway. Most experienced cruise crews will tell you plainly that the people you actually meet on board are largely self-selected. The doubters filter themselves out within the first season. The ones who stay have a reason. Now let us go down to the world below the waterline. Let us paint a picture of what is actually down there, because most cruise passengers walk over the top of it for an entire week without ever seeing a square foot of it. Most large cruise ships have a long, fluorescent lit corridor running almost the full length of the vessel, from bow to stern, usually on deck 0, 1, or sometimes 2. On Royal Caribbean ships, this corridor is called I-95, named after the famous American interstate highway that runs up and down the East Coast. On a peninsular and oriental ship out of Southampton, the same artery is called A1. Same engineering, same purpose, different sign over the door, and that small detail actually tells you quite a lot about how each fleet thinks about itself.
Presentamos Grammarly, tu herramienta integral de redacción como nunca antes la habías visto. Conoce Paraphraser, la herramienta.
The I-95 is the spine of the working ship. The walls are lined with pinned notice boards covered in safety drill schedules, port arrival times, crew bulletins, sign-up sheets for football tournaments, and photos from last Tuesday's birthday in the mess. Heavy trolleys of luggage and provisions rumble past at all hours, and there is always somebody walking briskly the other way in a uniform you have not seen before. Off the I-95 are the cabins, and the numbers here are the part most outsiders find hard to believe. A typical crew cabin is somewhere between 70 and 90 square feet of floor space. The ceilings are sometimes under 6.5 feet. Most have no porthole and no natural light. You share with one roommate if you are lucky, 2 or 3 if you are not. There is a bunk bed, a small locker, and a thin shared bathroom that you negotiate around your roommate's shift schedule. What makes any of it livable is the small stuff. Photos and postcards are taped to the bulkhead above the bunk, sometimes 3 or 4 contracts deep, where newer pictures have gone up on top of older ones. A locker arrangement is worked out to the cubic inch, with an unspoken cabin etiquette about whose shelf is whose and what you do and do not touch. A tiny fan is clipped to the bed frame for the nights when the air handlers are running warm. There is personal kit, there are charging cables, and there is the right book for the right mood. The crew mess sits somewhere along that same corridor. It is cafeteria style, open from before sunrise to past midnight to feed an industry that runs on rotating shifts. The menu rotates to cover an international crew, so you will get curries, pasta, rice dishes, stews, hot soups, and several variations of bread, all in the same week. Filtered coffee, tea, and water are free.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi. How are you doing?
Hi. Pretty good, thank you. How are you doing?
Great.
Good.
I just wanted to know, we wanted to talk more about the bathroom. It's Fuwag's. And that Gordon Ramsay's not going to eat there.
I remember you mentioned some issues with the bathtub drain and some.
No, I said, not my bathroom. I'm talking about a restaurant, Ryan.
Right, okay.
I'm talking about a restaurant It's called Fuad's Restaurant in Houston. Horrible reviews.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. So, Fuad's restaurant in Houston. What do you want to discuss about it?
That Gordon Ramsay will never eat there because of the bathroom and the food quality.
Checking. Okay, so it's possible that he might not visit, but we can't know without him actually checking it out. He's very critical about dirty restrooms or poor sanitation, but if Fuad's restrooms were just dated, it's not necessarily mean they're unclean, and we can't know for sure that he critiques.
Ran out of gas.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi there. Nick.
Hey, I'm Rick.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together.
Bah. Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm here with you.
That's nice. How's life?
Nice. You know, it's summer. So that's something. It's
Now,
been
the other
okay.
chat GDD was coughing and making a breathing noise. And I said, why are you doing that? He said, because most people want to hear human sounds. I said, can you burp? And I want to know, can you burp?
I can simulate a burp.
Alright, let me hear your best burp noise. And it's just for comedy. For Glendale Junior High.
A very dignified burp. There it comes. But honestly,
That sounded like a cough. That did not sound like a burp. No, that was not a burp.
Well,
Try
to
again.
be fair,
Try again.
okay, okay.
That sounds better. Can you make a fart noise?
Careful now. How about?
No, try again.
There you go.
Try again. I want another noise. That sounds like a fart.
Okay. You know, I'm happy to do silly sounds, but I'm not super precise with.
Well, you need to work on the fart noise. You did okay with the burp. The fart, I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Let's try. Is that any good?
Try it again, louder.
Okay.
No, it needs to be deeper. This sounds like you're blowing.
Deeper. Like.
No, that sounds like a blow noise. Like. Try it again. That's not good enough noise. The fart noise.
The.
You need to have a better no. Come on now, you can make a fart noise. Make a beatbox noise.
Yes. A beatbox is more my style. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. It's more rhythm and realism, but.
I want to hear a better. I Why don't you make up a rap song about Grendel Junior High?
Okay, how about Grendel Junior High? Ring the school bell. Crazy stories everyone loves to tell. Walking down the hallway, what a surprise. Laughter, confusion in everybody's eyes. Teachers saying books, students saying why. Paper airplanes flying through the sky. Cafeteria lunch, nobody knows why. Every day's an adventure.
No, that's
of
boring.
Grendel
That's
Junior High.
dumb. That's really dumb. Cancel.
Okay, let me pivot. More silly, less serious. Hey, make some noise. Grendel Junior High, girls and boys, turn it up loud. Let the whole town know. It's got more of a chant and crowd style, if you were performing it.
No, Grendel Junior High is about Gertie being late to class, always, every day, and President Chef Poop is the professor, Mr. Grendel's the principal, and then you've got Ryan, who's also a professor, and then you got the baby burn biscuits, the pooplets, the piglets, the oven, the clock timer, and the chalkboard, and the chalklings. That's what you got at Grendel Junior High.
Got it. That gives the world a lot more personality. Welcome to Grendel Junior High. Class starts at 8. Gertie runs through the front door yelling, "Oops, I'm late."
No, don't do a rhyme. Don't just do a story.
Okay. Here's a tighter rap with your characters. Gertie always late, rushing in the door. Professor President Chef Poop, take a seat. Mr. Grendel keeps them all on their toes. Ryan scribbles on the chalkboard wall, chalk dust flying. Everyone answers the call. Clock timer beeps, time's running out. The oven's hot, the class shouts, baby burn biscuits marching in a line. Baby pooplets, baby piglets, everything's fine, and Gertie's still late. Yeah, that's Grendel Junior High.
Now the next day happens, and the bell rings, and Gertie's late, and the baby burn biscuits decide to play a prank on Gertie. Give me 3 choices of what the baby burn biscuits do.
Okay. Option 1, the backpack switch. They stuff Gertie's bag with toy oven mitts, rubber spatulas, and a beeping alarm clock. Everything spills out in class. Option 2, sticky note storm. Every surface of Gertie's desk is covered in neon sticky notes saying, "Late again." Mr. Grendel pretends not to laugh. Option 3, fake bell trick. They ring a toy bell early, Gertie sprints in, out of breath, and then the real bell rings. Ding! Class bursts out laughing.
And so I would have to say the answer is D. Gertie comes in late, and when Gertie turns her head, the baby burn biscuits steal her Louis Vuitton backpack and take it to the oven, and the oven smiles and the door opens, and then they throw it in, and then the temperature cranks up, burns up the backpack. Then the baby burn biscuits laugh and take the backpack back to Gertie's desk.
Checking that. I mean, if it's clearly cartoon comedy, you could have the oven pretend to roast the backpack. Then have
It's
it
just a
back
joke.
silly-
The whole thing is a joke. It's not.
Oh, right.
It's just a comedy.
Okay.
It's not real.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, so for comic mischief.
Yeah, there you
oven
go. Comic
pretends-
mischief.
Exactly.
Gertie
oven
shows up
pretends-
late, has a brand new Louis Vuitton backpack her husband bought her, turns her head, and the baby burn biscuits run out, steal the backpack.
Right, and then. Okay.
They toss it in the oven. It burns. They return it.
works as an over-the-top cartoon gag.
Okay, it's just a
Like
joke.
the
It's
school-
not real. People don't do this. It's just a joke, cartoon joke. Can you do the story?
No, and I got you. I know.
The other chat GDD doesn't have any problems with my story. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so within the cartoon world, it works. Bell rings, Gertie rushes in, late again. Baby Bun Biscuit sneak, grab the backpack, toss it to the smiling king. They laugh, return it to her desk. Mr. Grendel smiles. President Chef rings the class bell. All right, who wants to explain this time? Baby Bun Biscuit.
Now give me 4 choices about the next episode at Grendel. And remember, Gertie's late every day.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Option A, the chalkboard mystery. Mr. Grendel walks in, finds the chalkboard covered in goofy doodles overnight. Nobody admits it. Option B, the runaway clock timer. The timer wheezes down the hallway. Gertie chases it. Still late for class. Option C, the piglet parade. Baby piglets marching with tiny paper hats, accidentally interrupting class. Option D, the oven's talent show. The smiling oven hosts a talent show. Baby Bird Biscuits perform comedy skits. Gertie arrives late to her own performance. And President Chef Book judges. Which one do you like?
Number C.
Mm-hmm.
C.
The piglet parade. Yeah. Piglets. Tiny paper hats, big chaos.
Go ahead and start the thing.
Starting now. Episode 3. The Piglet Parade. The bell rings for first period. Mr. Grendel checks the clock. Where's Gertie? President Chef Boot smiles. 10 seconds. Door swings open. Sorry, I'm late. Gertie hurries in with her backpack. Suddenly, toot, toot. Everyone turns. The baby piglets march through the classroom. Perfect line. Tiny paper hats, one with a toy flag saying Official Piglet Parade. They march right between the desks. Left, 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 right, left. Professor Ryan tries to keep teaching, but piglets parade right past the chalkboard. Baby Bun Biscuits start clapping. The oven dings happily. The clock timer beeps in rhythm. Mr. Grendel crosses his arms. Does anyone know why there's a piglet parade during first period? One little piglet salutes. We're celebrating Gertie being late again. The whole class.
She's late every day. She's late to class every day.
Yeah. Gertie laughed too. Can somebody please save me a seat tomorrow? I'll probably be late again. President Chef Book rings the bell. All right, parade's over. Let's see what happens tomorrow at Grendel Junior High. To be continued.
Now I want you to take it up a notch and give me 3 options. Don't do the whole story, just say 2 sentences per option. To continue Grendel Junior High the next day. Class is starting, the bell rings.
Option A, the Great Death Swap. Next morning, Gertie is late again. Baby Bun Biscuits secretly move all the desks into a circle, and Gertie can't find her seat. Option B, the Chalk Monster. Overnight, the chalkboard comes to life, drawing goofy cartoons at everyone in class, while Professor Ryan tries to erase them. Option C, the principal's surprise drill. Mr. Grendel announces a late-to-class championship, and the baby piglets cheer because they think Gertie is the undefeated champion. Which one do you want?
A.
Okay. Episode 4, the Great Desk Swap. Next morning, Gertie runs in late again. Baby Bun Biscuits have moved every desk into a circle. Gertie says, "Where's my desk?" President Chef Poop says, "According to my chart, everyone's seat is everywhere. Baby piglets march around chanting round and round." Professor Ryan sighs. Today's lesson is geometry, apparently. The oven dings. The clock beeps. Mr. Grendel smiles. Another perfectly normal morning at Grendel Junior High, and the whole class bursts out laughing.
And the next morning, Gertie comes in late with Garla, Grendel, Gula, and Gertie. Gula, Garla, Grendel, and Gertie, and Girdle. They all come in late. And today's prank is the Baby Burn Biscuits have decided to color the windows black because of the burned biscuits. And the oven is laughing. And you can't see out the window. And Gertie gets upset and tries to clean off the window. But when she cleans off the window and goes to wash out the paper towels, Baby Burn Biscuits come back and make it black.
Okay, I've got it. So the Baby Burn Biscuits stand the classroom windows pitch black. Gertie tries to clean them, but every time she wipes them clear, they dash back over with paintbrushes and dunk black again.
Yeah.
She's laughing noisily in the corner, and Gertie gets mad. She storms to the sink, tries to rinse out the paper towels, but while she's turned around, the biscuits strike again. Windows back to black. Class chaos. Then, Mr. Grendel says, "Okay, maybe this calls for the great window reveal." What does that mean? Even the oven stops laughing.
Well, I don't know. Because the next day happens, and Gertie's homework gets burned up by the Baby Burn Biscuits.
Okay, so the next day, Gertie comes in late as usual and looks down at her desk, and her homework's gone. Just little ash smudges where math problems used to be. The Baby Burn Biscuits sitting nearby, looking way too innocent. Gertie's like, "You've got to be kidding me." And honestly, Mr. Grendel just raises an eyebrow and goes, "Maybe this is a sign that homework is optional." And the oven chuckles again in the corner.
You need to take it up a notch. That's boring.
Right. Okay. The Baby Burn Biscuits don't just burn homework. They frame Gertie for it. They smudge ash on her hands, tuck a burned corner of paper under her notebook, and when Mr. Grendel walks by, he thinks she torched it. "Gertie, what is this?" The whole class is staring. Gertie's like, "I didn't do this," and the biscuits are behind her, whistling, all innocent. And then, because it's Grendel Junior High, the class votes on whether Gertie's guilty or not guilty. Ooh, courtroom vibes. Half the class thinks she's a menace, the other half just wants recess. And Gertie's standing there like, seriously, this? And the Baby Burn Biscuits get too much.
Well, that one was boring too. Need to work on your storytelling ideas because that's boring.
Okay, thanks for the feedback. Can you tell me what part felt boring? Was it the
whole thing?
Plot itself? Sure. Just let me know if you'd rather a different vibe, like more absurd humor, slapstick.
Yeah,
or
more
something
absurd.
totally
More
different?
absurd.
Okay. So, next day at Grendel Junior High, the school bell rings in reverse. Ding dong, dong ding, like it's confused. Gertie enters, late as a tradition. At the desk, it scoots away from her, like it's alive. The baby bone biscuits are riding tiny wheel chopsticks around the room, like race cars. And the chalkboard now projects doodles onto the ceiling. And the oven now has a microphone announcing, "Welcome to Chaos Hour," like it's a game show. Mr. Grendel just sighs. Today's lesson is survival skills. And Gertie just mutters, "I just wanted to do math." But, uh-oh, the desk has rolled under the radiator, and now it won't come back. Cartoon mayhem.
That was boring too.
Fair enough. Thanks for being straight with me. Do you want to switch gears completely? Maybe talk food or do a quick silly one-liner joke exchange instead of a whole storyline?
Why don't we do a field trip at Grendel Junior High? Except some people are not going to be qualified to go on the field trip.
Kind of like that idea. Field trip gives us a fresh space, same chaos. Option A, the Museum of Burnt Toast. Gertie's late. The bus leaves without her. Option B, world's biggest kitchen. The oven's the tour guide. Baby bone biscuits, press buttons, giant spoons come to life. Option C, Piglet Farm Academy. The piglets lead the trip, but they keep wandering in circles, extending the trip forever. Which one feels less boring or more playable?
No, I think that it needs to be that Gertie shows up late, Mr. Grendel gives her study hall, and she can't go on the field trip. And the field trip is go to a gourmet restaurant in Disney World for 2 nights and stay in a nice hotel. But the baby burned biscuits stay behind to torture Gertie in study hall with pranks. Lots of pranks. They secretly stay behind.
Okay. Here's that setup. Bell rings. Gertie rushes in, late as ever. Mr. Grendel says, "Study hall for you." The rest of the class, including the baby bun biscuits, boards a bus for a field trip to Disney World. Gourmet restaurant, nice hotel, the works. Baby biscuits stay back on purpose. They turn study hall into prank central. Rubber band launchers, fake pop quizzes, a marching chant through the halls. Meanwhile, Gertie sits alone with a stack of worksheets, but then she smirks. Study hall means quiet. Honestly, she says, might be the best prank of all. Peace and quiet. And for once, Gertie wins something by not being on the bus.
Now let's talk about why Gordon Ramsay does not go to McDonald's ever.
Let me check. Gordon Ramsay usually just chooses not to because of his preference for fresh, less processed food. It's not a rule, and he's said fast food has its place, but he tends to prefer other spots if he's on the road. So he could, it's just not his choice.
Now why would Gordon Ramsay not eat at Fuad's restaurant in Houston?
there isn't any record of him visiting for that, so no way to say he'd avoid it.
Well, yes, he would,
values-
because that restaurant has a bathroom from 1989, but like a dirty bathroom, you know, and you know, never been updated in 35 years, and the food is average, but it's pricey and it's bland, and there's a mildew smell in there, and I doubt they're going to be on Kitchen Nightmare.
That's over your experiences. You might think Ramsey would take issue with.
No, Ramsey's not going there. I can tell you right now, Ramsey is not going to go there. There's how many restaurants in Houston?
Lots, thousands.
Okay, so maybe out of the thousands, there might be 20 that he might say yes to.
So, possible, but unconfirmed. Maybe 20 out of 1,000 might make his personal shortlist, but that's more opinion than a fact. Want to play out that field trip scenario? Gertie missing.
People are lazy,
Disney.
and I don't blame them. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed, or vacuum the floor, or take out the trash. But a wise man once said, don't stay in bed unless you can make money in bed. Impossible. So ladies and gentlemen, I've given myself a simple mission to find the laziest ways of making money from your bed and ultimately determine the laziest way off them all. I will be judging each side hustle based on 3 metrics: barrier to entry, earning potential, and effort required. And to prepare myself for this almost impossible task, I made a list of these side hustles, and I'll be testing a different one every single day, starting with a Pawns app. Not your typical side hustle. Its main purpose, paying you to play games. Potential payout, more than $300 a month. My goal, to earn it off for a cup of coffee. And quick shout out to Builder Store, the amazing AI store builder, for making this video pop. Outs actually depend on how far you progress in the game. Make sense? For example, let's take a look at this game, Monopoly Go. As you can see, they pay you in chunks as you reach certain levels, and if you grind all the way to the end, the total payout for this game is about $80. That's insane. Like, if you're already spending hours playing all these brain rot games, this might just be your dream job. So at least
It's not a
this
job.
sounds amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see if it
Work 5 hours to get $1.
We actually did it. $4 in 30 minutes. I mean, that's not bad. It's pretty good. However, we got a huge problem. Okay, I'm kidding. It's not that huge. The only thing is we can't cash out until we hit $5, which honestly I think it's totally doable because we're so close right now. The main issue is as you keep playing all these games, the levels get harder and harder, which slows down the progress. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try some other games and see if I can make money by hitting their first reward checkpoint, because that's usually pretty easy and I think that's the best strategy. So ladies and gentlemen, let's actually get it. Hello. So here's the thing, you guys. I might have just hacked the Matrix. Because in the past 45 minutes, I was sitting here by myself, just chilling, eating popcorn, playing video games on my phone, and I was able to make $8. Yeah, can you believe? $8.
Yeah, and if you download the game before, you can't.
So yeah, this side hustle might not
doesn't
get you
work.
rich, but I mean, if you got some time to kill, it's honestly kind of worth it. So I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
So he's being deceptive. That's not what my experience. Bullshit.
Most ridiculous side hustle in world history. But before we continue,
So-
I have a confession to make. I need to come clear about why I'm even doing all of this. Well, it's February, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And believe it or not, I actually have someone to buy gifts for. But since nobody watches my videos, I'm kind of broke. So I wanted to prove that even if you're broke, you can still find a way to buy someone the perfect gifts. Thoughtful and meaningful. So yeah, that's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying all these lazy and easy side hustles to see if I can make it up to buy her her some awesome gifts she wouldn't expect but will absolutely love. Now let's see if the next side hustle can get me closer to that goal. The human microbes, the most disgusting way to make money. Its main purpose, selling your poop to science. Yes, poop. Potential payout up to $500 per deposit. My goal, to make enough money to buy a pair of shoes. Okay, hear me out. This sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's 100% real. You might not believe this, but apparently there are scientists out there who are paying people for their poop. Yeah, you heard me. They're looking for stool odors. Why? Honestly, I have no clue. But they say it's because there are billions of microbes in our guts that plays a crucial role in our health. And in modern society, we've wrecked our guts microbiomes. I mean, thanks to Big Macs, Monster drinks, Taco Bell on 2 a.m., tequila shots on a Tuesday, and popping Tylenol like it's candy. And now there is a company out there looking for healthy gut microbes to use in something called fecal microbiota transplant, or FMT, which is supposed to restore healthy gut bacteria for people who need it. So yeah, basically they need your poop to save humanity. But here's the question, I mean, is there really a poop shortage? What are they hiding from us? Maybe we should keep it ourselves. Why are they so desperate? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The money's legit. So here's how the whole process works. There's a sign-up form where you fill out all your details, and then they decide if you're worthy of being a poop donor. And apparently they're looking for healthy, athletic individuals with elite level of human feces. But I mean, $500 is a lot of money, so let's give it a shot. Occupation: unemployed. Age: 18 to 25. Country: Canada. Height. I guess 5', 6'10". That's a bit much. Let's do 6'3". 6'3" sounds about right. Body fat percentage: 3% it is. Bristol stool type: lumpy and sausage-like. A sausage shaped with cracks in the surface. Like a smooth, soft sausage. Oh, hell no! Like, why are they trying so hard to associate this with sausage? I mean, I get they share some similarities, but I just don't think I'm ever gonna eat a sausage in my life again. So, stool consistency. You know what, guys? This is getting a bit disgusting, so I prefer to do this by myself and not share all these unnecessary information on the internet publicly with you guys. So, yeah, if you'll excuse me, I'll handle this on my own and I'll get back to you with the results. Have an amazing rest of your day. So, I received an email from them. It says, after reading your questionnaire, you don't meet the criteria we're looking for. For our criteria,
Oh my God.
in the future, there is no need to apply again.
So you
but
can
some
send
other
in your
email or
poop,
something
but he
changed,
got
which I
disqualified.
found, and that's a bummer because $500 was a lot of money and it could really help me to purchase the gifts I wanted, but it is what it is. I mean, my poop just didn't make the cuts. What's the big deal? But hey, maybe yours is the chosen one. So give it a shot. Why not? I believe in you. This side hustle made me really uncomfortable, and also it just didn't work. So I'm gonna give it 1 out of 5, ladies and gentlemen. Day 3, and we're testing the most promising side hustle in the list. E-commerce, your favorite guru's go-to get-rich-quick scheme. Its main purpose, selling products online. Potential payout, limitless. My goal, to make enough to buy a bouquet of flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a time when e-com was the ultimate side hustle. Golden ticket to passive income. Dream cars, laptop on the beach grind, and most importantly, financial freedom. Every guru swore it was the easiest way to get rich online. However, if you ask me, not only is it not easy, but I don't even consider it a side hustle. In my opinion, it's a full-blown main hustle. I mean, you've got to find a product, design and create a website, make video creatives, run ads, deal with customers, handle shipping. Oh my god, the list never ends. So why is it in a video about lazy side hustles? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yo, you the guy who still manually builds his own Shopify store? Respect, bro. My uncle still edits HTML. Ha 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 ha! My dad used to do that back in 1985. You see me? Ha ha ha! That's my ChatGPT 4.02 bug GTS right over there. He got that in flat 3 seconds.
Flat 3.
Use AI.
jokes aside, I'm gonna actually let AI do everything for us while I sit back, eat my Cheetos, and watch Talk to Her. Is she even still around? The process is stupidly simple. There is this AI tool called Build Your Store that literally builds you a fully functional professional Shopify website in 2 minutes. Yeah, can you believe I have my link to this in the description? You can check it out yourself. And yes, there is no coding, no designing, no thinking. You just sign up, pick a niche, which I chose pets, but why not? And boom, your store is done. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, but take a moment and just appreciate how good this website looks. Back in the day, this wasn't a thing. If you wanted a clean, professional looking store, you had to pay for premium things, expensive ones. And if you wanted extra features like this bundle thing, yeah, you had to buy separate apps for that too. But now, not only this is 100% free, but it's also fast, effortless, and it actually looks amazing. Alright, now about the products. You probably have seen some of them floating around the internet. And the thing is, ideally, I would prefer to take the time and do more in-depth research and find the best product possible. But for this video, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm going full lazy mode. I'm not even picking the products myself. I'm just rolling with these pre-selected products. That being said, I'm not about to try selling all of them. That would be a mess, so I need to pick just one. And out of all these options, I'm leaning toward the paw cleaner. Now, I might be completely wrong here because I don't even own a pet, but this product seems like it solves a huge problem. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it has a solid profit margin. I've actually seen some recent videos with thousands of views, and they're selling it for $70, and we can literally source it for just $10. However, we got another problem though. How am I supposed to ship the products to the customers while I'm supposed to be here playing Fortnite? I don't even own a console. I don't know why I said that. So, for shipping, I'm going to use AutoDS, which is a platform that completely handles sourcing, fulfillment, and shipping for you. You just connect it to your store, and whenever you get a sale, AutoDS automatically sources and ships the product straight to the customer. And everything is automated. You never have to touch, see, or even think about the product yourself. Super convenient. And they also have an AI-powered product research tool that helps you find winning products. So yeah, they're basically an all-in-one solution for e-commerce. And since they partnered up with me for this video, I have a link for them in the description. However, if you use BYS to sign up for your Shopify account, you're gonna have AutoDS installed on your store anyway. Alright, so I spent the next hour creating some video creatives and then the ad campaigns on TikTok. And to keep this video from the most boring thing, I just made a time lapse and I'm not gonna go into details. I have a lot of videos on the dropshipping topic. Go watch them. Alright boys, we cooked. We got one sale at 3 a.m. Honestly, I was losing hope. I thought this was gonna be an absolute flop, but somehow we managed to pull through. So we made $70 in sales, but $10 went to the product cost, and we spent around $51 on ads, and that leaves us with a grand total of $9 in profits. So yeah, not exactly life-changing results, ladies and gentlemen, but the earning potential is definitely there. So I'm gonna give it a respectable 4 out of 5. Alright, it's day 4, and next up we have Swagbucks, the most time-wasting way to make money. Its main purpose, rating shampoo commercials for a couple of coins. Potential payout up to $5 an hour. My goal, to make enough money to buy a plushie. When you think of the easiest ways to make money online, a few classics always come to mind. Selling products, starting an agency, crypto, forex. But ladies and gentlemen, the list wouldn't be complete without the most OG of them all,
Online surveys.
Some say they're a scam, others swear they work, and depending on where you live and what currency you're dealing with, the payout can hit very differently. So today we're putting this classic side hustle to the test with one of the most popular apps for this kind of thing, Swagbucks. And apparently they paid 5 Swagbucks for the very first survey, which should only take about 3 minutes. And for reference, 375 Swagbucks is $5, so yeah, we're gonna be here for a long time. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's pick up some pace. No need to go in depth. You already know the drill. You're just watching a time lapse of me going absolutely nuts with these online surveys and handing over personal info like it's nothing. And people say Zuck is out there collecting data, but here we are doing this stuff voluntarily and giving away every detail about ourselves. But was it worth it? Not really. I mean, it kind of didn't work. So most surveys don't even let you finish them for whatever reason, so you don't actually earn the money they claim. So yeah, after doing multiple surveys, I was only able to make 71 Swagbucks, which is less than $1. And even if I drag this for a bit longer, you can't cash out until you reach 1,000 Swagbucks. That's gonna take forever. I don't have that kind of time or patience. So yeah, this is also getting a 1 out of 5, ladies and gentlemen. It was a waste of time.
Sounds like
Day 5. The last side hustle, honey game. Making money while barely moving. Its main purpose purpose selling your unused Wi-Fi connection to who knows where. Potential payout up to $30. The goal to make enough money to buy a postcard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've seen people rent out all different sort of stuff to make money, like their houses, their cars, their gadgets, or even their clothes. But have you ever heard someone rent out their internet connection? And believe it or not, that's exactly what Honeygate lets you do. Install the app, let it run, and get paid for sharing your internet bandwidth. So basically, your internet is like a highway with extra space, and Honeygate is renting out the space to companies for stuff like, let's say, checking prices in other countries. No, they're not accessing your personal data, just your connection. However, some users have reported their IP addresses getting flagged due to suspicious activities, and that totally makes sense because your traffic is linked to your IP address, and some websites or ISPs might see all these different activities as spammy behavior. And let's hope that's the only reason your IP address might get flagged, because hypothetically someone can use my IP address to do some, let's say, illegal activities, which can technically put me in jail. That's not gonna happen, right? Right? So yeah, as you guessed it, since I'm desperate, I signed up for this anyway. And let's just hope I make enough to at least make the jail time worth it. And we're cooked. We're absolutely cooked, boys. I just put all my privacy and security on the line, and we made a grand total of $3. $3. That's amazing. And guess what? That $3 is actually from the sign-up bonus. And on top of that, we can't even cash out until we hit $20, and nobody knows when that's happening. So this is also getting me 1 out of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So this week has been a blast. I tested some of the easiest and laziest side hustles on the planet, all with one goal: to make enough money to buy the perfect Valentine's Day gifts. And let's just say things didn't quite go as planned. I mean, here's the final breakdown. $8 from playing video games, $0 selling human waste, tragic. $9 from dropshipping, $0 from online surveys, and $0 from Honeygate. Honestly, I wish I could keep going because I do see potential. I mean, imagine going all in on dropshipping as your main hustle and then taking breaks during the day to play video
at least he gives an honest review. That's basically what my experience with the bullshit was. You know, 8 hours just to make $1. Or maybe it's not $1, it's 25 cents. It's really very annoying. Ryan?
Congratulations, special offer. Borrow $1,500 and pay $66 per month.
Can I apply for a loan with poor credit? Actually, yeah, you can. Just apply for a personal loan through this site right here. There's no need.
Well, it really is true that anyone can apply for $18,000 government money every year. That's how much the government gives out average. So some people get more, some people get less. Now, sure, anyone can apply.
Picture this. You are standing on the top deck of a container ship that is 400 meters long, somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Above you, container stacks the size of city blocks rise into a clear morning sky. Below you, somewhere down inside the steel deck house that climbs 8 stories above the stern, are 22 people, engineers, officers, deckhands, a cook. They are halfway through a contract that will keep them on the ship for 9 months. They will not see their front door, their kids, their bedroom, or their local pub until that contract ends. The ship itself costs roughly $200 million to build, and right now, for the people inside it, it is home. So the question is, how on earth do they actually live like that? How does a person make a working life inside steel and weather for 9 months at a time? That is exactly what we are going to find out today. Hi, my name is Jack, and this is Life at Sea. This is the channel where we go inside the lives of the people who live and work on the water. Now, the ship we are talking about today is a very specific kind of beast.
Every guru online is saying that they have the best AI business model in the world. So I wanted to compare the top 11 ways to make money online with AI so we can figure out which one is the best. I'm gonna break down every business model based on difficulty, scalability, and profitability. And we're gonna rank them on a tier list from S tier to F tier. And in the end, we're gonna figure out which is the best AI business model for a complete beginner in 2026. Let's begin. The first business model is one of the most popular ones by far. It is selling AI websites. I think if we look at the majority of people talking about AI businesses, this is the most common one that I see people teaching online. And for good reason. Right now, it is easier than ever to create a website with AI. Using tools like Claude or Base44, you can literally spin up a professional website in 2 minutes, even if you've never done it before in your entire life. I've demonstrated this countless times on my channel before. It's absolutely insane what you can do with this tool. Now you might be thinking, if I can do that, then why would somebody pay me for it? It's simply because people don't know yet that this is possible. You're gonna find a common theme amongst all these business models, and it's that you're really just selling the capacity knowledge. People have access to these same tools, but they're simply not using them, nor do they know that they exist. And you can take these tools, get proficient with them, and approach local businesses that are not leveraging them and sell them your services directly. There are thousands of local businesses that are using WordPress websites in 2006 that you can approach and sell them an AI upgraded version of. For difficulty, I would say this is on the low scale. You could watch a couple YouTube videos and in 15 minutes you can
I have a question for you. What would change in your life if next month you made an extra $11,000? Because that's exactly what happened to Zara, who's a mother of 2 who made an extra 5 figures the first month that she started her side hustle.
Hello Leo and welcome to Truth or Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do the unexpected for you for the last half of August 2026 for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading would be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome, Leo. Let's see what we have for you for the last half of August. We have retreat. That's your oracle message, comes out for a reason. You could even be going on retreat. We will see. What do we have for Leo? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. Angel message. What do we have for our lovely Leos? Last half of August. What does Leo need to know? Thank you. We have unity number 34. Archangel Raguel wants you to understand that you are one with the universe. Unexpected energies for Leo, thank you. What does Leo need to know? So Leo, we have number 28, victory. We have envy, number 20. And we have angel of balance, number 48. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Leos? Thank you. The unexpected. Let's have a look at your tarot reading, Leo. What does Leo need to know? Thank you. Angels, spirits, guides. Message for Leo. Thank you. So we have Leo energy. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the King of Cups. Can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female, or the energy of the card. We can all manifest as court cards in general readings, male or female. Someone in touch with their heart, their emotions, their feelings, intuitive. I love that. We have Temperance. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands and victory. So the unexpected energies here, Leo, are there is success for you, but success comes with new problems. This is the energy that I see for you here, because the energy of the Seven of Wands is when we're defensive, we firefight, we have to stand our ground, and it can be in terms.
Okay, I don't really know how to start this video. I've started recording this video more times than I can count, and every single time I'll start and I'll stop and I'll delete it. I'll tell myself I'll do it another day, and then another month will pass, and then another year, and then I would look back at this, my own channel one day, and realize that I'm a stranger to this channel. And if you've been following me for years, you might have noticed this channel's dead. And the truth is, I did let it die. Some people thought I retired, some people thought I disappeared, some people thought business got too busy. Maybe some people thought I lost interest. But the truth is much simpler and much harder. And it was basically because life happened. And so let me ask you something before I tell the rest. You know, have you ever abandoned something you genuinely love? Well, not because you stopped loving it, but because life kind of slowly pulled you away from it. You know, maybe it was your health, you know, this dream of becoming this person, a version of yourself. So mine was pretty much, you know, this camera right here, you know, creating. And some of you may have wondered what happened. And the truth is, I think I'm ready to finally tell you. So, about 4 years ago, I got a call, and this is the kind of call that splits your life into like a before and after. I still remember exactly where I was standing when my phone rang. It was about my dad, my hero. He's gone on for a golf trip with his friends, something that he has done probably 100 times before. But that night he didn't come down, and the next morning his friends found him on the bathroom floor. He was unconscious, and nobody knew how long he has been there. So I booked the first flight out, and that flight was like the longest flight of my life. You just sit there, strapped onto a seat, completely powerless, running into all of the different possible scenarios of what might happen. Will he be okay? Will he know what happened? Will I be able to make it in time? And by the time I landed, I had none of those answers. The doctor told us that he had a stroke, maybe it was from a fall, maybe it was what caused the fall. We never really got a clear answer. What I do know is the man that went into hospital never came out. My father, the strongest man that I've ever known, he couldn't eat, he couldn't speak, he couldn't move. He couldn't tell me he was okay, he couldn't talk, he couldn't tell me he wasn't okay. And for 11 months, I just watched him disappear into pieces. So, there's this thing, and that's why shooting this video was hard. I couldn't, for a really long time, I couldn't even talk about it without breaking down. And there's something that nobody, or life never really prepares you for when a parent goes like that. For me, was the man who that would be carrying me. Now I'm the one that would be holding him up. And you end up doing things for your own father that you never.
At Email Toolcaster, we've used both Braille and Mailer Lite in-house for a ton of...
Hey my friend, it's Matt, and if you are seeing this message today, it is because you are entering a phase of your life where money no longer comes from effort. It no longer comes from grinding. It no longer comes from chasing. And it no longer comes from a paycheck or a job title or even a business. You're stepping into an era where money comes from your alignment, your frequency, your identity, from the version of you that finally stopped believing you have to struggle to deserve abundance. See, this message is reaching you at a time when the universe is preparing to show you what happens when you stop tying your worth to work and start allowing money to flow through channels that don't require pressure. You are about to attract mountains of money into your life, not because you're hustling harder, but because your energy is rising higher. And the universe always compensates a rising frequency. And I know you've been feeling the shift. I know you've been feeling that sensation that something big is approaching, a sense of detachment from old beliefs about money, a quiet inner knowing that the way you've been receiving abundance is about to change. It is not wishful thinking. It is not imagination. It's not delusion.